All right, what is going on, everybody? I see Yoki, Cinder, Z4, JT, welcome to the stream, guys. How you guys doing today? How's everyone's Monday, Tuesday, I guess Sunday as well, seeing as our stream didn't last very long on Sunday. But good to see everyone, good to have everyone here. I am doing this, I did just realize, like, in the moment, I am fairly certain, this is gonna be a bit harder. This might be a little bit more difficult than I was originally expecting. I also did put up a repel, but oh well. This might be a little bit more difficult. I don't know what level these Corsola are going to be at. I'm pretty sure it's decently high. Being on Route 230 and all, you know. So we'll see. Oh gosh, level 50. I feel like we're going to definitely have to start, like, actually properly setting up on these, because there's no way we're going to actually catch them immediately, right? This is a test. Okay, we can still... Oh, that was a crit, so it's hard to tell. I was going to say, we know for certain now. Nah, we know nothing. So yeah, the best route for this is obviously going to be catching the Corsola. But, like, in terms of keeping the chain going... Because, yeah, the chain broke right there, just because if you don't catch them, it's like a, what, like 17% chance the chain just breaks each time, so... Yo, what's going on, John? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Need a drink? You hear humming. You heard humming? Does the humming mean you don't need a drink? Alright. These Corsola moving around are also going to make it a little bit more interesting with the movements. Murkrow and Shinx are still elusive for you. I hope you find them soon, Z4. Okay, so this... 1, 2, 3, 4... Please be a Corsola. Nah, it's not a Corsola. Okay. So this will be a little bit interesting. I still only have regular Pokeballs. I always only aim for using regular Pokeballs, so... We'll see how this goes. Tomorrow's your last day of school before you're off for winter break. Awesome, John. Awesome. Have you seen the Spider-Man movie? I have not. I've heard good things, but I haven't seen it. And Justin, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Apparently don't care about IVs. You reset at 17 for radar? It's a thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is something I've seen people talking about, that like 17 is like the optimal chain. Also, gotta get our count going properly. Oh shoot, I forgot. I gotta modify some scripts real quick. I forgot to do this. There we go. There we go. So now I hit the button. We're good. Cool. So the thing with 17, I've heard 17 like is like a good and optimal one to reset on. I don't know. It depends on what you're doing, honestly. Also, I'm gonna I should be Metal Clawing to see what Metal Claw. Let's see what Metal Claw does. If Metal Claw takes out Corsola, okay, it doesn't. We might actually work. This might actually work for us then. If we Metal Claw and then throw the Pokeball, the only problem is if we crit, it goes down. So I don't know. But yeah, I have heard 17's like the good number to reset on, or like to keep resetting on. I don't know, it'd be interesting to actually do the math on that, because 17's still like basically 1 in like 1900 or something. But yeah, that's definitely what I've heard Z4 is like, the kind of optimal range is like 17. I don't know though, I don't know. We'll see. Apparently if you only want one of the shiny 17 is the chain. Again, yeah, Colin, yeah, that's what I've heard. I guess what, like people, so what makes, does anyone know like where the 17 number came from? Is it like the idea that, because what I've always wanted to kind of do the math on, and maybe this is where the 17 comes from, is the amount of time, including all failed chains up to, and including the successful chain, of getting to 40. How long does that take versus how much does that massive boost to your odds of 40? Because 40 gets you down to like 1 in 100, right? So like, all right, let's brine and see what happens with brine. Because like, do you guys see where I'm kind of going there? Where it's like, is 17 that point? Have people done that math where it's like, especially when you only need one, right? No idea, just in Anecdote 11 so far. Yeah, so, because like I've seen the numbers are out there. I think it'd just be a matter of like mass. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd just be like mass. Also, I need to bump that encounter up twice. It's just gonna take a lot of shiny hunters doing it, and kind of averaging out how long does it take to run back and forth and reset the radar, versus how long does it take to like actually do the radars. You close the box. Oh no, is the cat stuck inside? You have a Pokemon card and the Corsola is blue and pink. Is it shiny? Possibly. If the top of it's blue, then it's a shiny Corsola. Yeah. I'm gonna try catching this one again. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna actually be successful or not. Yeah, so it might be in our best interest on this one to go for the 17 chain. That might be the best bet here. Did I buy the new Halo? Yeah, I actually did buy the campaign. I still find the multiplayer infuriating. The campaign, the very small amount of the campaign I played, has been enjoyable though. Oh hey! Yeah, this Curlia was in my party to become a Gardevoir. Cat is free, good. Yeah, I did buy the new Halo. I've enjoyed the little bit of it that I've played the campaign. They did add shiny cards. The Umbron's like $200, dang. But yeah, shiny, like they do shining sets. I think like the official term for shiny Pokemon's actually shining Pokemon. It's just the community's called them shinies for forever. In terms of games. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is actually a better one to go to. Come on. Yeah, so we're gonna try to catch him. We'll try out this 17 chain thing, especially because yeah, Corsola we only need one. So that does kind of make sense in my head. Right? Like the idea that like only needing one shiny makes that chain that much better. That definitely like clicks for me, because if you need to catch like 3 of them like we did with Shinx, that becomes a whole other thing. Also, ooh, I just realized Empoleon's taking damage. Not fun. Shiny Charizard though, that's a nice card. I've got a couple Shining cards, I think, from Shining Legends. One day you really want to pull a Shining Mon card. Yeah, just if you do want that Z4, just make sure you're aware it's only certain sets, and it is specific cards. So it's not like 1 out of every 4,000 like trading cards could be shiny. I keep forgetting to open up the POKERADAR, or like the POKERADAR like counting thing. Yeah, Empoleon's tanking decently, but the Shining Fates, yeah. Yeah, Shining Fates is another set. That's like the Gen 8 I believe that's like the Gen 8 shiny set. Corsola's a gender difference? Is it just like the length of the coral or something? Alright, Corsola, if you really want to be the one that we knock out. I'm not dealing with recover spam. I'll reset my chain. I'm just gonna let Gardevoir level up in the party. Ah! It called me on it, guys. It called me on it. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Also, do I have what all do I? Do I actually have full resource in here? I might need to go grab some more of those, potentially, or let's give leftovers to Empoleon and go to the medicine pocket to actually, you know, not be a fool. Yeah, I don't need anything crazy. Pink and white versus pink and blue? I don't think that's the case. Dancing sea creatures. Currently set up for your Azelf soft reset hunt. Last hunt you need for your diamond run. Nice! That's awesome, Colin. Best of luck. Crazy that my chain broke fast enough that it just like, it's like, I still need to step. Come on, be a Corsola. It's not a Corsola. I mean, technically, right? Like, you can get a single chain. Like, you could just, like, POKERADAR until, like, the right Pokemon is the one that's showing up in POKERADAR, and then just reset from there. What's a good IDE for C++? JetBrains 1 isn't free. Yeah, Sea Lion's not free. You can use it. You can get it free with a student account. Like, if you have, like, a school email or something, you can set up an account and get it free for, like, a year. C++, though, I mean, Visual Studio, if you're on Windows, is going to be one of the better ones for you, just because it actually has all the tools built in for it. Hey, what's going on, Silver? Welcome to the stream. Togepi, no. No. Yeah, so I would say, I don't know how good Sea Lion is because I've never really used it. I don't write a lot of C or C++ kind of stuff. But if I do, it's usually like for Arduinos and stuff. That, like, Visual Studio Code's fine because you can get like proper stuff set up for that, but as far as just general C++, I would have to say probably Visual Studio if you're on Windows. There we go. Let's get this going again. Tried using VS Code for Java and it doesn't really compile the code well, so how will C++ work on it? That's what I don't know with VS Code. VS Code is basically a text editor. Visual Studio, not Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code and Visual Studio are like Java and JavaScript, basically. They have the same name. You would think they're very identical programs. They're not. Visual Studio Code is basically Microsoft's equivalent to like Sublime Text or Atom, where it's basically a text editor that gives you colors. And then you can add plugins that let you do compilation and stuff. Visual Studio is like the big boy IDE for Microsoft, like for Windows, for C++, and for all that kind of, for C++, C#, all that. Yeah, no, not the same thing, not the same thing at all. I enjoy Visual Studio Code more than Visual Studio, but that's just because Visual Studio is a beast. Like, there are C++ things for Visual Studio Code. You would just want to, like, look up, the same way you'd want to look up how to use Java in Visual Studio Code. You'd want to look up, like, how to use, you know, how to use C++ in Visual Studio Code. Bit too fast when you run code. It's just, it's gonna be super, super, also, Corsola, just go into the Pokeball. If you're gonna recover spam, if you're not gonna make it a fight, just go ahead and be caught. There we go. Yeah, so Visual Studio Code is mostly, like, it's a text editor with the intent that you're going to put, like, that you're gonna run code, or it's a text editor designed for writing code, basically. And then, like, with Control-Shift-P, I want to say, you can bring up, like, the menu for all the commands. From there, if you have stuff set up for like, compiling Java or compiling C++ or something, that's how you would do it. Am I gonna do 17 chain strats or 40? I'm thinking 17 with Corsola, just because we only need one, and it's level 50, so. I really want to see some, I'm going with 17 because it seems like the entire community has agreed upon 17. I want to do the math. I want to do all the math on it. Obviously, that'll take a little bit of effort and a lot of data. So I don't know. Yeah, Earth Power is the rough one here, but it's not terrible. That's not bad when we have leftovers. Leftovers make that way more tolerable. Does Visual Studio also have the pretty color themes? It has some default themes. I believe you can also kind of mess with it and make it whatever you want. Most IDEs that have, like, themes also have, like, a custom section. Usually. Ended up with 84 shinies from both days of Community Day. Nice! Now your storage is close to being full, dang. This is a rough spot. Just because there's a solid chance of us getting a lot of our four away shaking grasses over in that, like, secondary patch. Why do you know so many different moves for healing yourself? But yeah, so JT, if you do like using Visual Studio Code, you can set it up. You can get, like, Visual Studio Code set up to run C++ and stuff like that for you. You just need to make sure it has access to a compiler. That's all the coral does, is heal itself. Better than it just dying like the Galarian form. If we're gonna be releasing the chain catches, why not use a quick or net ball, then just catch the shiny in the ball you want? That's a good question, Colin. I don't know. I don't have any of those, and Pokeballs are cheap. And that is a very fair question, Colin. It's a very fair question. I don't think anyone's ever actually called me on that. I've thought about it a couple times, but I've never had a solid answer for it. Yo! No way! Yo! No way, guys! No way! Full odds, baby! Full odds! Yo! Shiny hype, guys. That's incredible. What's the answer for 17 or 40 is none. Seems like it. Yo! That's awesome. Absolutely add to party. Hunt over, I guess. That's the thing, right? Because also that broke our chain. That's fine, though. Yo! That's incredible! Alright, let's fly somewhere where there's a little bit more room to walk around. Let's fly over to Sanjam. Hashtag shiny hype! Yes! I can't believe that, guys. 10 encounters! Piplup, learn! Learn from this, Piplup. Come on now. Yo, that's awesome, guys. Time to hunt something else? Absolutely, yeah. We're not ending the stream anytime soon. Come on. Look at it, guys. Look at it. Yo. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. Yet Piplup hasn't shined. I'm glad we took a break from Piplup today, I guess, you know? Shiny hype. Someone go post that we got the shiny on screen, guys, on Discord. Yo. 10 encounters. This makes up for our other poor luck with Corsola. Alright, but what else? What is chat's suggestion for things to hunt? What are some good, relatively easy like hunts? Nickname it Sanic. Yeah, it's Sanic fast, isn't it? But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on the next hunt? So we've done Shinx, we've done Bidoof. We technically still need to finish Starly. We could do Starly again, but I don't know if people want to see something a little bit different. Shiny Nuts of Feebas and Platinum should take about 2 years to get one. Oh god. Any burb. Any burb. I guess we do have the burb hunt to finish then. I'd be okay with that if other people are down for it. Swallow? Is Swallow like regularly huntable? Or is Swallow something you gotta chain, like that has to be like swarmed like Corsola? Oh my gosh, guys. I'm still just blown away that we found that quickly. Try Smeargle, Route 212. Smeargle could be interesting. And 212 shouldn't be a terrible route to hunt on. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and clear out PC. Alright, Shiny Corsola still there. Let's go clean up the mess that is absolutely 100% left in PC. Yep. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad because we only caught like 10. We didn't even catch 10. We caught like 6. That's crazy. But yeah, this is my progress so far on a living dex. There are some gaps that are left because of daily trophy garden stuff and swarm stuff and version exclusives. Yeah, we can just drop Corsola over. Now we'll leave Corsola in the party for now. Let's go ahead and just put Gardevoir away because we don't really need Gardevoir here. Mesprit, oh god. I'm not prepared for that. Shiny starter. I still need to get a shiny Piplup. I kind of want to I just kind of want to do POKERADAR today for, I feel like, pretty clear reasons. Let's update this. Woot woot. I use a shiny Smeargle to shiny hunt. I mean, like false swipes before. Yeah, Smeargles are great to have for that. You get someone of your gifts by mistake. Oh no! Alright, so let's, I do want to see what is, so Smeargle spawns all the time on 212? Is that what you're saying? Route 212. POKERADAR. Okay, yeah, POKERADAR 212. We can do that. I'm down for that. Oh, shoot, did it say what level it's at? 17, 18. Yeah, that's not bad. We can do that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fly over to, yeah, nope, that's not what I was thinking of. 212 is down here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm cool doing Smeargle. Clip it on the Discord. Shiny trophy. Heck yes. I want to hunt Mesprit at some point, but still don't fully understand the process, so you're waiting. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm not fully aware of how the roamers work, especially not in new games. So yeah, let's do this. I'm down for Smeargle. Smeargle's gonna be interesting, but I think that's what's gonna make it fun. If you give them on false swipe, they can give it to Smeargle, and then it has 40 PP. Smeargle can be a pain to catch, though. Ooh, good point on the false swiping there. Sketch kind of like slipped my mind there, so thank you for reminding me with that. We'll set that up. Just gotta zero out that counter real quick. Update stream title. Oh gosh, I royally messed that up. Yo, Twist, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Want to learn how to use Tableau? I don't actually. I'm gonna be honest. I understand I might have to, but I don't want to. Got the shiny real quick. Yeah, how many encounters? 10. 10. So yeah, false swipe. Who do we have that we can use as false swipe? Oh yeah, we do have a Cricketune that we are planning on using. You know what? We're gonna try that. We're just gonna see how this Cricketune handles things. I don't think it's very high level, so it might be bad. But it's worth a shot. Oh, it's level 64, so that's not terrible. Oh, I don't know if I have the TM false swipe to teach it, though. Let's see, where do you obtain it? Yeah, where do you get it in this game? False swipe. Location. Veilstone. Okay, I can get that from Veilstone. Use Gallade for false swipe. That's a good one. Yeah, so let's fly to Veilstone real quick and get this set up. Thoughtful, yeah. It's like no, I don't want to know it, but I understand that I'll probably have to learn it at some point. Probably same for you, I'm assuming, Twist. Found the best way to teach Smeargle moves is to do so in double battles. Use the attack you want from your second party member, and then sketch them. Yeah. Let's look at Corsola, guys. Ah, it waddles. All right, yeah. So let's go buy false swipe so we can put it on Cricketune, and then Cricketune should be decently leveled for this to work. Yeah, let's not waste a repel right now. You're learning it now. Got you. It is not fun. Yeah. There we go. Let's just buy 2 for now. Make sure I don't goof this up. Nope. Alright. Nope. Let's go into the bag. Go into the TM slot. I assume all the way down at the bottom here. Yeah, I'll just get rid of pound. Yeah. Understand the usefulness of it, but strongly dislike having to learn it. Welcome to many tools. I feel like, yeah, there's so many situations like that where it's like, I don't want to know how to use this. I don't want to have to know how to use this, but I know it's like good to know it. Need a name for the book. It's an adventure book and it's based off of Deltarune. What should you name it? Deltarune's it's like light dark. I don't know. I don't know. If you come up with something cool, let me know. I'm interested to know what you come up with. Alright, I'll see. Yeah, time to just fly back down to Pastoria. Have acquired a fish. Nice. Is it like a food fish or a pet fish? Horatio. Okay, pet fish. Oh, poor Corsola. Alright, where's a good grass patch? Up here, cool. Alright, let's organize our Pokemon. Pop a Max Repel, wherever that is. It was probably like one off the screen before. To the top. Okay, there we go. Use that. Yep. Use Repel. One, two, three, 4. A beta fish. Cool. Back in the blue body noise. Alright, what's this level difference look like? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. If a family member that has depression, what should you decide to talk to them? I mean, honestly, talk to them is probably the best thing. You know? Let them know you're there for them. Really is kind of the big one there. It's a little butt. He likes to play dead. I imagine he knows. I imagine he's aware. Actually put it on the wrong Discord, but no. A pain in your butt. I feel that. I have my cat. She's a pain in the butt a lot of the times. You know, I don't think I've actually battled, like, any of these trainers. So that'll be interesting if that becomes a problem. Smeargle's in the different grass on the front of the Pokemon Mansion thing. Okay. So he won't be in this grass. Hoping for him to move. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, I forgot this whole thing's one route. I always feel like it's like 212 and 213. He was just resting. Yeah, we can just go ahead and use it here. I have battled these trainers because, you know, you kind of have to. So this grass? Is this grass different? Or guess maybe it's not different. The fish is alive, just likes to pretend he's dead. Only a rip fish. Yeah, plants with big leaves like Amazon swords, hammocks from too. Yeah, they'll do that. They'll make little bubble nests. Make sure they have a heater. If your beta fish starts turning white in any way, that's bad. Just as a heads up. I had people who were like, "Oh, it's awesome! It's changing color," and it was like, "It's just dying. Like that's all it's doing is dying." But yeah, make sure it has like a big enough tank. Make sure it's got, you know, a heater. A heated tank, a heater for the water in the tank and stuff. He has a heater. Good, good. Over $100 on a setup. Very, very good, very good. That's probably like $80 to $90 more than most people will. Dying in style, no. Ideally, you should have a 5-gallon tank, yeah. Yeah, definitely 5 to like 10 is kind of ideal for a beta fish. But 3.5 is better than 1, which is what most of them end up in. Hey, there we go. Let's start this thing off, guys. Don't have the room for that. You have 4 tanks set up right now at 10, 20, 20, 30. Nice. My sister's got some pretty crazy tanks. Sister wants to set a beta fish, but it harmed itself by getting stuck in one of the decorations. Oh no! Oh, poor fish. Ever use Java FX or Java Swing? I've used Swing a little bit, but it was mostly back when I was just like following YouTube tutorials word for word. I haven't used Java FX. I've heard a lot of groans from friends about Java FX. What are you trying to do that needs graphics, JT? Had a beta fish in your elementary school brother killed it with a potato masher. Jesus. Also, yeah, why is Smeargle such a pain? Like, I feel like it shouldn't be this hard to catch a Smeargle that's, like, on 1 HP. Your class thinks this semester was mainly about Java FX. I think people give Java FX too much flack. It was easy. I mean, that's honestly kind of what my friend said too. Is like, he's like, I'm in this like Java class, and all I'm learning is Java FX. Please, there we go. They poured the entire food container in. Oh no! No! Oh, that's awful. Because that's kind of like the equivalent of overwatering a plant, where it's like, you don't think it would necessarily be awful. Like you think, ah, they won't eat it all. No, they'll eat it all. They'll still eat it all. They don't know when to stop. you tell me what Pokemon it's going to be on the PokeRadar thingy? Once you start a chain, it'll continue to be that one Pokemon. With the way the PokeRadar works this time around, once the chain starts, 1, 2, 3, 4, every single one of these shaking patches is going to be a Smeargle. That's a guarantee in this game. In the old games, it wasn't. Like your chain could break going into a patch and you could get something random, but all these shaking patches will be Smeargles. It is a 12% chance that any beginning of a PokeRadar chain, where your chain you don't have a current chain, anytime you're in a situation like that, it'll be, what am I trying to say? Anytime you're in that kind of situation, it'll be, like a 12% chance of it being a Smeargle, and then it's random, like a random encounter. It just has slightly different odds. Come on! Just stay in the ball, Smeargle. Oh, I didn't fall swipe. That's awkward. Hey, what's going on, Bear? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? So I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of trying to... Let's see if I can get the stuff to open. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and try to start updating the, let's go open. The thumbnail. It's like trying to think of the word. Did I just KO one? Did I? I thought I caught it. KOing can keep your chain going, though. Hey, Mitchie, what's going on? Congrats on the 3DS touchscreen fix, man. Your bird is crazy. What does your bird do? What does your bird do that's crazy? Alright, yeah, so I am trying to fairly quickly... not that one. Hopefully this isn't causing, like, the stream to be funky in any way. But I am trying to very quickly throw together the new layouts. Or not the new layout, the new thumbnail. So I got all the stuff I need from there. Won an Xbox Series S in a Home Depot raffle. Nice! That's awesome! Scream, fly into cabinets, and is a picky eater. Ah. Have I seen Spider-Man No Way Home? I have not. I've heard really good things, but I haven't been to see it yet. I have a friend who has been incredibly picky about the Marvel Spider-Man movies, and he enjoyed this one even, so... I'm hoping for good things. Brand new Halo and Forza 5. Nice. Forza's fun. Halo campaign's fun. Like I so far feel like the Halo campaign's been worth the money. Not as much of a fan of the multiplayer in the new Halo, personally. Fortunately, they did add like Slayer and various forms of Slayer game types back in because they have the dumbest reason for not having those in at the start. I'm pretty sure their reason at the start for not having like Slayer game modes is like, or like Slayer is just like a game mode you can choose to like just play. It was like because like when we have that, we realize people don't play the other game modes, and it's like maybe it's because people want to play that. So maybe you should look at this a different way. Another text thing. Gonna try and max out the skulls. Nice. Yeah. I don't like this multiplayer. Only playing the campaign. I've given the multiplayer a couple shots just because friends are like, "Oh, you should come play," and then I play, and then they're the ones who rage quit, and I'm like, granted, I have rage quit before. I can't say they're the only ones who have done it, but I've definitely been like happily playing the campaign, and like it's like, "Oh, you want to play multiplayer?" I'm like, "Okay." And then we play like 2 matches, and they're like, "Screw this," and they like leave the game. I'm like, okay. I'm not enjoying this either. Gonna be dex naving for your favorite Pokemon right now. Heracross, best of luck. Best of luck, Silver. Yeah, I've been trying to do just like a first run through legendary playthrough where I like try to collect as much as I can. So I'm taking it very, very slowly. Like I beat the first thing you could consider a boss. Always didn't like Halo because it took too many bullets to get the kill. Same with non-hardcore COD. That's where, yeah, I enjoy. If I played Call of Duty, I'd play hardcore lobbies, and when I play Halo, I play SWAT, or now Tactical Slayer, because for some reason they can't use the same names. But yeah. But yeah, so I'll play. Usually I would play SWAT because yeah, the time to kill was always kind of rough. Okay. So that's I can do that. Do that. Cool. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like split my focus here between like actually doing this, chatting, and getting a thumbnail updated. Oh gosh, this one's gonna be.
We could play blank blank 182, lay around the house and daydream till the afternoon, thinking about the times that we had when this was all that we knew, when this song was still new, when this all was still new. We could play blank blank 182, summertime nights that we had, staring at the moon, laughing at our own jokes, acting like they were new. We'd only watch cartoons, but loving life is our tune. That we can never go back to.
Okay, cool.
And as we grow,
And then I think. Yeah. All right, sorry, I've been so quiet and not looking at chat. All right, thumbnail has been updated or completed. Time to update it. There we go. That should be updated. Sorry, guys, now I can focus more on stuff. Yoink the luck from me. I've used all of my luck for the day. For character to book, should you give them more of a rolly look or a cutish look? I don't know what a rolly look would be. Can never constantly get headshots for SWAT. That's fair. I have days where I can get into a really good groove with it. Royal, I don't know, I know nothing about the character. Hey, what's going on, Juan? Welcome to the stream. Go for royal design. There you go. OMG, it's Juan. The one and only. Watch this Smeargle break our chain anyways, guys. Like, watch the chain break after this anyways. Like, we could have just knocked it out and been done with it. Went 20-9 in a SWAT match this weekend. Nice. Yeah, I can go like 28-4 in a match, completely carry. The next match, I go 1-10. And I just, like, have no rhyme or reason for it. But yeah, SWAT is generally the one game mode I like playing in Halo. That one's just always been what's been fun for me. Even with Splitgate, I would mostly play like the game mode that was like, I guess, kind of their SWAT equivalent. If it wasn't just called SWAT, I forget, but that's what I would do, yeah. Nah, I got pretty good at it back in Reach is when I started playing SWAT. Tablet's having a stroke, oh no. This video is saying that 17 chain is better than the 40 chain. It's a weird thing, Juan. I'm going with that methodology for now. The more and more people talk about it, I guess, I don't know if I assume that more and more people are just hopping on the 17 encounter bandwagon, or if it's people genuinely doing all this. Because I will say, I feel like when a lot of information comes out all at once about something like that, is usually like someone might have done the research. You know, someone makes the first video, either based off of anecdotal evidence or off of research, and then there are many channels that just immediately want to post the same info on their own channel. It happens. There are channels like that for everything. Smeargle, stay on the Pokeball. You're like level 18. You should not have this much say in whether or not you get caught. But so it's level 16. Come on, man. But yeah, so I want to see the source. I want to see the original source of this and like what they based it off of. Because I get the idea of the 17 chain. It's just, I don't know. The odds of finding that shiny patch just drastically drop at 40. So yeah, I'm not sure. I can see where the logic would come from. I just don't know for sure if it's the valid logic, right? Smeargle has a 45 catch rate. 11.9%. That's at 1 HP. At 1 HP, level 16, it's only like a 12% catch rate. Smeargle doesn't have to follow my rules. Well, it follows me and learns my moves, so it chose this path. Full health, you believe? Yeah, so like at 1 HP though, it shouldn't be like that. I know how odds work, I know it can happen. I don't want it to be like that. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm intrigued by this whole 17 thing because I started hearing it over the weekend. I started seeing people talk about the 17, and a lot of them were mostly talking the way I've heard 17's good. Is that right? And like, I haven't seen anyone confidently say it. Everyone said it's 17, or I've seen people talk about it being 17 as like the best number. I'm all for optimization, so if 17 is like the prime, like the pristine number to do, I'm good with that. I'm totally down for that. I have no problem following along with that. Especially in situations like this where, yeah, you're only going for one. Yeah, I have no problem falling in line with that, if that's true. Today, I'm assuming it's true. We were going to assume it was true with Corsola. Then Corsola just full odds showed up at like a chain of 4. So I didn't have a chance to follow through on that. Smeargle will probably be a little bit different. So for you right now, Smeargle Corsola is better. I think the 17 things for a single mod, but if you want to go for more than one for living decks, 40 is the way to go. Yeah, so like that's kind of the thing, right? Like clearly it's because it's like you could just sit here and POKERADAR over and over and over and over and over again without ever doing a chain. It'll show up if it's shiny. Like it'll show the sparkles, or like you could get a chain of 1 and do it. Like it would show the sparkles. It's just the odds of that happening are like 1 in 4096 still, or very close to that. So, and yeah, like the idea of that is I think odds are what, like 1 in 1900 or something at like 17, which isn't great, but you know, you have a decent chain built up. And I think the way of thinking with it is just that it'll take you a long time to find that one, but it's less time than the odds of having to do like 5 or 6 more chains up past 20 encounters before you get a chain that goes all the way to 40. So I get that. That totally clicks with me. I totally get that. I wanna do that math myself or see that math figured out. I got half of the constellation on Mario Party Superstars. Nice! A-Drive has a full video about it, going into detail. Yeah, it's just, I want to see, I definitely, like, hopefully, did A-Drive talk, like, numbers, like, average time and stuff for things? Because that's kind of what I'm looking at. You know, like, the average time for, like, resetting steps on POKERADAR, the average time, the average amount of time it takes to get into a chain of 40. I would love to see, like, assuming decent efficiency, right? Like, obviously, I don't think, you can't assume perfect efficiency, and you can't, like, necessarily go off of, like, this Smeargle chain's taken a long time, because for one encounter, for one, the Smeargle wouldn't go in the ball, and 2, I spent forever just working on the thumbnail to put up during it, so it doesn't quite count the same, you know? For how often you see the grass patches, those odds are fantastic at 17 chain, though. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, you get 4... Yeah, so, like, go ahead and round up, you know, to 2,000, and it's, like, 1 in... Assuming it is like that, right? Assuming 17 is, like, 1 in 1,900, just round it to 2,000. That's 50, or, like, no, 500, like, resets on radar? That's not undoable, right? Going to the math a bit, he was catching a shiny an hour after getting to 17. Like, a shiny an hour with the 17 chain, or no! Oh, that stinks. Now we gotta actually find Smeargle again, too. Oh, alright. Yeah, because, like, obviously, you know, your chain can break at any point. You can get to 39 and it could break. Get to 17, then within an hour, he was usually getting a shiny. Okay. Okay. I think that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair number right there. Smeargle, why? Whereas, like you said earlier, get the 30 plus and break, not to do it again 6 times. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's totally fair. I admit, my experience with POKERADAR has been getting extremely, extremely lucky. It's safe to say your sister hates Daisy now? Oh no, why? Crit cap, don't fail me. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, so it's like, I definitely think my experience with POKERADAR so far has been very, very lucky. Obviously, Corsola was lucky. And then the Shinx and Bidoof chains I did on stream were very lucky. Because as soon as I got past like 20-something encounters, it was pretty much guaranteed. Robbed money stars and gave her the toxic dice to enter the game. Ah! So Daisy the Mario character, not Daisy your dog. I was concerned the dog had done something. So yeah, like that makes sense. I think it'd be interesting to see like how far does that go? Like obviously like that's where I want to see like the numbers really done, right? Like why is 17 better than 16? Why is 18 not better than 17? You know, like because eventually you kind of start pushing it to the point where it's like, I mean, if the chain keeps going, especially like in any given scenario where you're at a certain number, the odds are you can get to the next number. You know, you have like a 93% chance of the chain continuing. That's pretty solid. And at some point, like obviously that's why coming up with an exact number is good, because eventually you kind of go, all right, well this is, I've made it as far as I need to make it to have good odds, right? Like it's one of those things where you need to be sitting in the situation where literally doing another encounter is not worth it. Yo, Alfonso, what's going on? Finished Corsola's gone. Yeah, Corsola showed up insanely early and it was full odds. It wasn't even a sparkling patch of grass. It showed up ridiculously quickly. Other thing with chaining to 40 is the 3 perfect IVs. Yeah, I don't care about that though. I'm totally in it for the shinies. If I get good IVs on a Pokemon, neat. If I don't, who cares? Leave again so you get a Smeargle now. I don't know if that's how it works. You can stick around then. Oh man, but guys, I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm on vacation now. I finished up. Oh come on, Smeargle couldn't celebrate the vacation with me by staying in the ball. But yeah, I'm on vacation now. Finished up work this afternoon, and I'm off until I think like January 3rd. Basically, I'm off until the end of the year. So stream schedule is going to be different this week. Stream schedule is going to be very different because Christmas is happening and like Christmas Eve and just seeing a bunch of family. Next week though, whole week off, not a whole lot going on. So outside of a few things, like maybe if like some friends are still in town or something, I'm not doing much. Tomorrow will probably be a another like interesting early afternoon stream day. Hopefully better than Sunday when the internet cut out on us. And then I'm not sure what the deal will be there, but yeah, so it'll probably be one of those days. I'm not sure how long or what exactly it'll happen because tomorrow I kind of think is my day for finishing up cleaning and organizing stuff like this. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but like all the like most of the electronics are in the same place, but like all the random little knickknacks and various other things have just kind of migrated across this desk in various ways. There's a pile of crud on the floor you just can't quite see that's like from me testing out my my racing sim rig last night. So there's a bunch of stuff I gotta like fix up with that and you know all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Stream for 12 minutes again. Woohoo! God, I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens because like it is a stream. People see me go live, and if they want to tune in and they tune in, it's done, or they tune in and I'm fighting with the internet and in a crummy mood because of that fight with the internet. You know, I hate that. I hate doing that. I'm sorry that the stream ended up being like that on Sunday. I don't know what happened. My internet continued flaking through a little bit of yesterday, like just cutting in and out. I couldn't watch Twitch streams. I couldn't talk on Discord very well because it would just cut out here and there. I was worried I had ruined my Ethernet cable that was hooked up to my computer because I had been slowly but surely getting it under the floor, like under the baseboards in my house. to tuck it out of the way. Basically, I have floating floors here, which means the floors aren't like secured to the wall. So I've been 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've been slowly going between like where all my networking stuff for my router is and my computer room here, putting my foot like against the floor, putting all my weight down to make the floor kind of bounce down, and in that little bounce, like kind of like stuff this like super flat Ethernet cable under the door or under the wall. I finally got it done, and fortunately the cable's still holding up. I was worried at first that that's what had happened. I'd like ripped the cable or something. Did you miss anything while you're gone for a bit? We had to restart our chain. The Smeargle chain broke. That's about all that's happened. We will one day fall to the floor on us. Now, it is funny though. Once I got into this room, it got a lot easier. The hallway was the biggest part. Despite being like, there's only like 2 or 3 feet of wall to get under in the hallway. Aside from that, there were some like thresholds to get under, but they're just like glued on, so you can kind of, or like just like stickied on, so I can kind of pull them up and get it under that, and then like it was fine. That wasn't a big deal. You just put a little bit of glue under it and it goes back down, kind of thing. It's funny. It got significantly easier in this room because the desk here is so heavy, it's constantly weighing the floor down, so there's a gap that's big enough for the cable to get tucked in without me having to do anything. But yeah, so now there's no cable here. There's one other cable running from my modem at the far end of the house to the router in the middle of the house. That I have to deal with. A cable should theoretically be at my door now. I paid for the fast shipping on it, so hopefully it actually gets here. Hey, it was delivered. Nice. Cool. Amazon occasionally promises same-day shipping on stuff, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know about you guys, but every time they've like promised like a suspiciously fast shipping time, it's never worked out, and I've just been like, why did you do that? Like, if you can't do it, or if you can't do it, I don't pay for 1-day shipping. I don't pay for same-day shipping. Just tell me 2 days, and I'll be happy with it. You know? I was about to send a message in chat on Sunday, like, not really in the best mood, work's been stressful, but I'm happy to be at stream, and you were typing it, the internet died. Oh, no, Cinder, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I was... Yo! Xander with the membership renewal. The shiny owl is here. 2 months, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Amazon, wherever it says 1 day, comes same day. That's awesome. See, that's the thing where, like, I did actually end up paying for same day shipping on this. I ordered this Ethernet cable this morning because, like, you know what? I'm getting this done today. It was like, this item's eligible for same day. I'm like, okay. And it was like, oh, like, you have to buy, like, $20 more stuff for it to be free. Do you want to pay $2? Like, yes. So I can do it tonight and not, like, tomorrow morning. Because I got to try to tuck it under some more stuff going the other way. Hype, hype, hype. All the hype in chat for Xander, guys. Heck yeah. Yeah, so that was kind of my... So I was worried that it wasn't going to show up. Because, yeah, I don't know if you track it super closely when you get the same-day shipping stuff. But, like, I had a couple things. I didn't intend to be same-day shipping. I just ordered them at, like, midnight. And it was like, yeah, let me hear same day. Because technically, like, it is the next day. I was like, okay. And it was like 3 p.m. And the only update I had is it's left the warehouse over a state away. Okay. Sure, bud. Sure, you'll get this here. You know, it was like 5 o'clock when I checked it, and it had only like shipped 7:30. It was on my doorstep. I was like, all right, that was impressive. Hopefully, no one had to pee in a bottle to make it happen. I guess, I don't know. I don't really like that tile, but I didn't remember where I was in the middle. Same day delivery, do you paid at 11:59 p.m. Amazon driver Tokyo drifts to your house. Shows up at 12:01. Refund. But so I've I don't know. It's so now twice they have successfully same day delivered to me. It's actually promising. Because yeah, before it was always this thing where it's like I'd order all this stuff in a big batch, and it would be like, you know, oh, these like it's gonna be like it'll all arrive in like 3 days. You know, I'd order it on a Monday and it'd be here Thursday. That's fine with me. That's totally fine with me. I remember the days that I'd order something and wait a month and a half. So like 3 days, no big deal. No big deal to me at all. Because, you know, the month and a half was like with paid shipping. So like free shipping and it being here in less than a week, I'm happy all day long, right? So like no issues for me there. But then one of the items would be like, oh, I'm gonna get here tomorrow. And it just doesn't. And it's like, it'll be here the next day, and it doesn't. And then it shows up on Thursday like everything else. I'm like, why don't just tell me this? You know? 1, 2, 3, 4. Might be a tad biased because you drive for Amazon. Okay. Live in an area with a ton of Amazon hubs. I think there's 8 or 10 nearby. Dang. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a bunch of Amazon places around me. I've seen them on the interstate, but I've, like, never had an item seemingly pass through one of them. Like, I've driven past multiple that are all over the place, and, like, I know what cities they're in, because, like, either I know people there, or, so, like, I'm in an area that I know, or I'm passing through an area that has, like, a giant sign saying, welcome to this city. And I was like, and then immediately in Amazon warehouse, I'm like, all right, that's in this. Let's see if it shows up there. And then no, it's like it touches a different state, then it touches like the hub in the city next to me, and then it's here. I'm like, okay. Amazon's incredibly fast. You've noticed? Oh, I mean, yeah, they're great. It's just, I don't know. I feel like, granted, again, like the first same day delivery experience I had was literally like yesterday, and then today, both successful. Before that, anytime they've promised 1 day or same day, they've missed and it's been 2 day. And it's like, just tell me 2 day. Tell me 3 day and then deliver it in 2. I'll be extra happy. You know, like, under promise, over deliver. That's always what you do. That's what, anytime I'm estimating stuff for work, that's like the biggest thing that has been drilled into my head is like, estimate that it'll take more hours than it will. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, like, you know that it's going to take you, like, if it's going to take you 5 hours to do something, say it's going to take 7. Then you deliver it in 3 or 4, and they're happy. You know, honestly, all the way up the chain, you just keep underestimating, right? Like, I think it's going to take 5. I tell a manager it's going to take 7. They tell the next person it's going to take 10. Then I delivered in 5, and everyone's happy. You know, but if I say it's going to take 3, and then it takes me 5, someone's looking at me weird. Hey, Spartan, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, man. No, we had to pin the trick. Ah, dang. Love your job. It's a bit stressful. Sadly, you're laid up with a broken ankle. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. But yeah, so, like, granted, again, my opinion is changing a little bit given that I have now had 2 successful same-day deliveries. Maybe it's because I've moved, and this is an easier area to do that with. That seems very counterintuitive. I think I've mentioned it before. I used to be, like, in a city, and now I'm not in the city. I basically moved out of the city for cheaper rent, and I felt like being in a much more urban area, a much more dense area, it would have been way more likely to have gotten like same day stuff. But maybe because I'm in a more rural area, it's easier for them to run the like trucks through constantly, as opposed to like when I was in an apartment and they just had like, this is the truck going to that apartment today, and like that was it. And if it missed that, it was just going in the next day. I don't know. I'm sitting here with 6 level 100 Pachirisus, trying to pick up as many bottle caps as you can. How's that working for you so far, Juan? Also, guys, look at this like really cool glass. Like, it's all fancy and stuff. This is actually a... this was a gift from my friend for like for the groomsmen in his wedding. It's like these shot glasses. They're fantastic. I don't drink alcohol, so they've been great water glasses. They look so cool. Like, such high quality. I really like these. It's awkward because I'd forgotten to pack them in my suit. Basically what happened is he pulled all like the groomsmen together and went, "Hey, here are your gifts. Like, check them out." Like, he passed them all out. We opened them up and went, "Oh, cool." And then we loaded them all back in the groom's car because, all right, well, now we got to go like get to the venue and like get all this stuff ready. None of us have a place to put these. So, and then everything was hectic until I got a plane and left, and then remembered like on the plane, oh yeah, I don't have those. So my other buddy fortunately got them to me, but they look so nice. Had 26 today and used 17. Dang. Wish you were more informed on how the AI sets up the routes. But you know there's a lot of different drivers. You have F-350 vans and box trucks similar to UPS. Got you. I see a lot of the like Mercedes Sprinter vans. The hubs also have flex drivers, which is part-time drivers that use their own vehicles. Gotcha. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I have seen on occasion. I feel like I haven't seen it nearly as much since they stopped. Or I feel like I just haven't seen it as much in general because I feel like I used to see occasionally like. I don't think it was Amazon. I think it was before Amazon had their own like delivery drivers. I would occasionally see like during this time of year, especially. You know, when Amazon always went through like FedEx or something, I would occasionally see like the FedEx people renting U-Hauls just to handle capacity. I haven't seen that with Amazon since I guess like Amazon, from what I've heard as an outsider, this is totally what I've heard, is that like most of the people who drive like the Amazon vans don't work directly for Amazon. Those vans are owned by like some contractor company that then does the deliveries for Amazon. That's what I've heard. You probably know more than I do, being an actual insider and employee. The company you drive has the Fords. Okay. So yeah, the company you drive for drives Amazon trucks. Okay. Yeah, same as Sprinters, yeah. Taking a break from Heracross to eat. See you later. All right, see you later, Silver. Hopefully you have some good food there. I'm planning on having some bagel bites later. It's a little late in the evening to start cooking stuff that's fancy. Amazon contracts, but so does UPS and FedEx. Cool. I always found it really interesting that UPS, and it makes sense from a practical perspective, like, you know, obviously, like, they have the iconic brown trucks, but the top of them are still just white. Like, someone just figured out, I was like, don't paint the top. No one sees it. Like, almost no one sees it. And it saves that much money. Such fancy. UPS and FedEx don't own their trucks either. Gotcha. That makes sense, I guess. Like, if Amazon doesn't see it as like the right way to do it, then I would imagine the two companies that have been around even longer also fall into that category. How long will I stream? I'm not sure, Yoki. I'm not actually sure. Because I just realized we've been going for almost an hour and a half, and it doesn't feel like we've been streaming that long. We are kind of approaching the point where if we do find a shiny Smeargle, that might be where stream ends. I'm not sure. I don't think we're quite there yet, but if we get closer to the 2-hour mark, I would say we're basically going to try to stream until we find Smeargle. If we hit the chain of 17, absolutely going until we find Smeargle. I am nervous, though. I don't know if I have enough Pokeballs for how stubborn these Smeargle are. Yike. If you get a Heracross tree, can you soft reset for the shiny? I don't actually know, Colin. I'm not sure on that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Yoki. We'll see. Because like if we found like a shiny Smeargle next encounter, then yeah, we'll find something else to do. You can soft reset the tree? Awesome. That's awesome. I was a fool earlier, guys. So I've been working on my living decks. I found a Munchlax in a tree. I know that they're not like quite as notoriously rare as before. I know there's like a whole like system to it now. But I found a munchlax in a tree and went, oh heck yeah. And then ran away from it because I'd already caught it. I had evolved that munchlax into a Snorlax. I should have caught the munchlax because I needed it for my living decks. So I did not have that. Oh gosh. Oh, we're getting so close, guys. We're getting so close on this train. You soft reset for female Combi. Oh, nice. Paralyze it. I'd probably be smart one. That'd be the smart way to do things, but you've been on my channel long enough to know that's not how I do stuff. When have I ever done things the smart way? I do it the stubborn way. Also, I didn't realize that we were only like 5 away from being at the like chain we need. If the chain breaks, I'm going to go get more Pokeballs. I'm probably also going to spend a good bit of tonight and tomorrow playing this game, getting more money. I need a lot more money. Our boy is mindless, yeah. Exactly, Z4, exactly. There's no brain in here to do the smarts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really kind of wish that at least this side of the POKERADAR operated like the old version, where you could tell immediately that like your chain's over, but alas, there's no way to know if this chain breaks because of this Smeargle until after this battle. If chain breaks, should learn Hypnosis on Cricketune too. Good point. Yeah, there's a lot more things we could set up here. Cricketune was intended to be my main Pokemon for all this stuff, so setting it up more and more, knowing how to properly get it set up is probably a very good thing. Actually, no. I think Gallade ultimately ends up being the right one. We talked about this. Gallade's super smart, super big brain if you have the right Gallade. Come on. At some point here, I do need to start being more conscious about the number of Pokeballs I have left. I would say if we get down to 20, I'll start being way more concerned. And start using other stuff aside from the Pokeballs for trying to catch these Smeargle. Just because I do want to make sure I have enough that I feel comfortable that we'll actually catch Smeargle if we find the shiny. Pronounces Gallade is Galad. Another streamer you've watched that he's submissive and senile. What? Don't break good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, cool. It's like the thing is, and here's again where kind of my mind starts wandering when it comes to the 17 thing. Why is 17 better than 15? Like if we just left the chain now, would this be good? You know, like what makes this that much worse than 17? I don't know. Maybe that's a dumb way to look at it. I don't know. I think it's also just kind of my one more turn, one more try, one more encounter. You know, the mentality of as to why I should never enter the city of Las Vegas. horrible level of just like horrible mentality to be a gambler that makes money. Just one more. That's how I always go about it, man. But yeah. Oh, we're so close. I am very stressed by this, I will say. This just knowing that we're kind of quote unquote near end game. I asked the same question, but with 20 chain is a slightly better shiny odds than 17. Exactly, right? Like, because that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like in my mind, I feel like the 17 number makes perfect sense starting. Once you have that chain of 17, does it make sense? You know, is your chance of having to run a whole 17 chain again better than the increase from going to 18 or 19 or 20 encounters, right? Like, you know, I talk about this like it's very likely your chain continues. I say it like, yeah, your chain's very likely to continue, while at the same time, I was like, watch the chain just break right here. So yeah, like that's where I'd love to see the numbers kind of broken out of the average amount of time it takes to reset your radar for a shiny patch at every given number of encounters, and the average amount of time it takes to get to those encounters. Where does that line intersect, you know? Where do those graphs like cross is like the optimal point? Where like they converge and like the total time is the least. Because obviously it changes, and obviously it seems like a lot of people are in agreement that going to 40 makes sense if you're trying to get like 3 Starlies or 3 Shinx like we did last time. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay. I goofed. Oh dear goodness. I goofed. I've been talking too much and I goofed, guys. Come on, Smeargle. Smeargle, you're gonna knock yourself out! No! Please, Smeargle, don't. I goofed here. I should have false swiped. I mean, there's a chance it continues, right? Like, there's a chance it continues. Pooch, pooch, pooch. Please. If you catch, you save me. No! Oh, this is gonna be... If we lose this here, guys. If we lose this here, I might just end stream. I don't know if I can face the public anymore. Delete channel. It's all gone. It's like a 10%. It's a 10% boost, right? Like, still like an 83% chance of the chain continuing. Oh, thank God. Whew! Clutch, boys. Clutch. All right. So now we just start resetting, right? I'm reckless, I know, right? I can't believe I managed to keep that, because I really screwed that one up there. So I don't know where to go here. I don't feel really comfy anywhere here, so we're just gonna make sure we stay up high. Hey, John, what's going on? Did you miss Corsola? We found Corsola, like, 4 or 5 into our chain. It was kind of wacky. And it wasn't even sparkling grass. It was full odds. It was an incredible one. Poor Corsola just trying to keep up. Doesn't know what's going on. Keeps getting bumped around. Oh gosh, those grass patches are right on me. Yeah, let's go over here. Hey, you guys know what time it is in chat. To celebrate our 17 chain hype. I want to see a massive super hype crab rave in chat. Also, guys, thank you for getting the stream to 15 likes. I really do appreciate that. Use the entire character limit. Oh, did you? Ah, Z4 had blocked it. If you did, it didn't let it through. I don't know. YouTube's lame, guys. YouTube's lame. It doesn't like the crab rave. I don't know. I still do get a little bit like kind of annoyed sometimes by the way YouTube like auto mods chats and stuff when it doesn't need to. Use the entire character limit every time. I don't see those. I don't see those usually. I don't know. It's frustrating, right? Like the idea that like if you go on like any other streaming, like not any other streaming platform, is this another one that people think of other than Twitch. Like if you go on Twitch, right? Like they literally like have it built in that you can set up chants so everyone spams the same thing. And then YouTube over here is like, I don't think you need to see this. This isn't a valid comment. It's like, no, the chat doesn't always need to be meaningful messages. It can just be the chat like being like wild, right? Like that's a valid use of a stream chat, is just to spam emotes and be wild. So it's a little bit annoying when it doesn't do that. You know, like I imagine it's a lot less noticeable in big streams when that's happening, when chat like is just chat at that point. It's not a bunch of people in chat. It's just is chat. Like when your stream's big enough that you can't like tell any individual thing apart. Like it's probably a little bit less noticeable if they block like the uber maxed out character limit ones. Boo YouTube for not letting us have fun. Right? Right? Come on now. Just spanned about 20-ish full limit crabs. I'm gonna tell you how many of them I saw. Not like how many of them showed up and like I didn't have to auto remove. Collins and Collins like big one, as far as I can tell, big one, and Z4 posted one that was like about 10 crabs. Only 2 I saw in chat this time. Like including like ones I had to let Collins through manually. That's it. You'd think they'd realize at this point that's an emote that we spam here. Maybe I have to make my own like crab emote. Maybe we need to like make Krabby into an emote. Maybe that one will be allowed through because it's like a custom emote or something. Yeah. Yours literally didn't show. Literally did not show up, Cinder. Yeah, like I'm in top chat admittedly, but my stream's so small that those 2 line up. Yeah. Yeah. Like yeah. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and post it in a general. Yeah, that's the entirety of what showed up for me in terms of crab rave. It's in stream now, bro. Right? Like that's the thing, right? Like so I'm like, people aren't as into it. And it turns out, no, you guys were super into it. YouTube's just being a stick in the mud. Like, I want to be able to go in, like, I think YouTube needs more ways for creators to be able to manage the auto mod stuff. Yeah, well, you're overwhelming me now with manual reviews for those emotes. But those emotes go through. Yeah, those all went through one. At least I assume that's all of them. And that's the thing, right? Like, it doesn't tell me that it blocked it. It doesn't tell me... Like, that's the chat I see. And that's the same window of chat that I see where it's like, message has to be approved. How many I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven in total. Yeah, I saw 7. I had to approve all 7 of them, but I did see 7. Yogi, how do you stop divorce? That's a heavy question. Heavy answer, I guess. A lot of times, like if it's gotten to that point, I don't think there is stopping it. I don't know if there's a better answer for that. I don't know. Parents divorced last year. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sometimes though, you know, it happens. I feel like it's rough in the moment, and then like there's a reason it happens, right? You know, like it's unfortunate that it does. I don't think anyone ever like just wants it to happen straight up, like, but usually it's not one of the circumstances that lead to it to happen, you know. But sometimes, you know, what ends up coming out the other side ends up being better. I feel like it's not even sometimes. I feel like it's usually, right? Like, in the middle of it, you don't want it to happen, but I feel like you end up looking back and being like, I guess maybe it is for the best, right? Like, yeah, acceptance, but it's not really stopping it, yeah. But acceptance is hard, too. Like, you know, that's not necessarily just accept it and move on. Like, that's not saying, I mean, obviously, it can be rough, right? It can be rough, so... Assuming it's something happening, man, like, we're all here for you. You need to vent about it or anything like that, you know, we're here. Discord's here, chat's here, all that. There's a reason it happened. Oh boy, there was a reason. Yeah, like, that's the thing, right? Like, It's not like it comes out of nowhere. I feel like I'm going to run out of repels at this rate. Thank you. Gonna make you cry. Hey, if you need to cry, we're all here. It's all good. It's all good. It's healthy to cry every once in a while, you know? Can't just hold it in. Is music looping? I feel like it shouldn't be looping. Not this early. Let out a good ugly cry. Hey, sometimes you just need that, right? Like, you know, you could be having like an overall decent day, but just like something's been stressing. Something's been stressing. You just gotta let it out, you know? Like crying, it's a thing, right? Like it's a thing, you know? Your body like reacts to it in certain ways, and it's like, oh shoot, you know, like holding it in, like your body. A lot of times it's funny. You think your whole body's in sync, but a lot of times like you end up in a situation where it's like clearly something's going on, where you're like stressed as heck, and then like it's just like, what do I do? What do I do? And then like you cry, and like your whole body's like, oh wait, yeah, we have all the like chemicals inside us to like deal with this stress. We just didn't know they were needed, right? Cry because you want to, heck yeah. The dream job. ...2021 and 2020 have been the worst year for you. I think a lot of people can say that, Yoki. I think a lot of people can say that. It's all for different reasons, but some of the reasons being very much the same. But yeah. Yeah. Past 2 years I think have been rough for everyone. Being locked up, having all the super stressful things going on, you know. It's understandable for it to be a bit more difficult of a year for sure. No, there's no shame in saying that. I don't think there's anyone inherently to blame in a lot of those circumstances, right? I'm super happy now. Yeah, I mean, again, like you said, like, oh boy, there was a reason, right? Like, there's a reason. I think there is like this desire a lot of the times to just be like, no, don't change anything. We can fix what's here, but like, if you don't want, yeah, like sometimes it needs to be changed, right? Your first job last week? Yo, congrats, JT. Congrats. What's the job, man? Didn't really experience the lockdown. I mean, I'm fortunate enough that my job wasn't affected beyond just working from home. You know, I do software development, and on top of that, I worked at a company that, you know, like I feel like there are some people who are probably like in comfy office jobs who their company just no longer could sell the thing they sell, right? Like that's a thing that happened, but like, you know, for me, it's like the product my company sold was very much desired during the pandemic. I changed companies to a company whose product was also very highly desired during the pandemic. So at no point was I like worried about my job, right? Like job security wise, there were no issues there. The biggest thing is instead of meeting up once a week with friends and talking on Discord 6 nights a week, we just talked on Discord 7 nights a week. You know, so for the most part, I think the worst part of the pandemic for me was honestly working from home from the perspective of it completely ruined my, like work-life balance, just in terms of, not in terms of like me doing more work because I was at home, but because like I had to get used to the fact that my relaxation place was now also my working place, and it's hard to mentally juggle that. So that was the roughest part for me. But again, like well, obviously, like to me, my concerns and like my struggles are valid. Mine are very objectively lesser than some other people's out there for sure. Spider-Man was great, nice. Cashier at some candy store, it's amazing, nice. You get free candy, man. More importantly, are you gonna give me free candy? That's the real question I gotta ask here. Spider-Man was great. I've heard really, really good things. I need to see it at some point. I don't know when I'll see it though. Usually, honestly, with Marvel movies, I've just been waiting for them to come out on Disney, but Spider-Man's different with Sony being involved, so I don't know. I had to deal with customers who didn't want to wear it. Ah, yes. I bet that was fun. Yeah, no, yeah, like I've said before, I couldn't handle retail in the best of environments. Last 2 years in retail, I imagine, were like a hell on top of hell. So, go see it before it gets spoiled for you. Bro, I waited a year to watch Infinity War. I really just kind of roll with it. From March to October of 2020, literally never left your house a single time except to go to work. Oh, like, I did go see family, and I also definitely, probably not for the best, like, in general, ended up changing. I would usually go to the grocery store once a week. About mid-2020, it was like a 2 or 3 times a week thing, just because that was my way of getting out of the house for like 40 minutes a day. So I was like, I was just buying smaller and smaller loads of groceries to have a reason to go back in like 2 days. Probably not, like I said, not the greatest, a lot more fuel, but as I'd like live like a mile from the grocery store, so, or like 2 or 3 miles from the grocery store, so it wasn't that big of a deal. The best part of spoilers is you wait long enough, you forget. That's how I am with a lot of anime, actually. I'll get spoiled on it because they're like, oh, are you not watching it live? I'm like, no, I haven't started it yet. And then, like, I just wait a year and watch it, and I've forgotten. Better life was a trash year ago. Hate yourself, but now life is slowly getting better, and you're happy. So it might seem like things are bad, but it will get better. Absolutely, absolutely. Except maybe to go immediately outside. Yeah. Hardly experienced the initial quarantine lockdown because you're practically already in lockdown. Was only leaving your house to go to work, but that was mostly because you're depressed and introverted. Yeah, yeah. Man, I remember the first like 6 weeks of lockdown, I spoke face to face with one person. You know, from like basically from March to the last week of April. So like March 13th was the last day I went into work. I think that was the case for a lot of people. Then we locked down. I don't think I talked to anyone face to face in person like until the last week of April. Yeah, that was like that's not good, right? Like on any level of introversion or whatever, like that's not great. It's like I literally did not like communicate face to face with another human being for like 5 weeks. I had a bad habit of starting something and then halfway through Googling the entire plot and then starting something else because you already know what happens. See, I don't get that. I don't get that. I have a friend who like we've shown him some shows and like we mentioned like, oh, this is one of the good episodes, and he's like, why'd you like? We kind of learned to stop doing it because he does this, but he immediately like, well, if you're not gonna tell me what happens, it's like because it's a good like twist. Well, I'm gonna look up the twist. Why ruin it? I worked in childcare because it was deemed essential in your state. Gotcha. How dare you? Thanks for ruining your experience. Spider-Man's and Spider-Man no him. Come on, man. Did someone say twist? I think early lockdown was actually the start of you getting out of that deep depression in early 2020, mostly because work hours were shorter. Too much of anything is a bad thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything in moderation. Maybe an unexpected twist, perhaps. Had so much free time, or too much free time. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of free time because I still had work, but like the good thing is I kept getting paid. The less good thing was having to work 8 hours a day in my apartment every day, because like we were really easily able to transition to working from home because we already worked from home like 2 days a week anyways. Like that was just how we did it. That was like one of the benefits was like, after you've been there like 6 months, you get to work from home 2 days a week. It's like, awesome, cool. I made it 6 months, and then like a month and a half later, we shut down. So it's like, all right, that really stopped being a benefit and just started being like the way the job worked. But it meant we were able to transition, and there was like no pushback. Like, nah, we can't do that. It's not way too many hours just sitting around doing nothing because you got laid off. Yeah. Like I feel bad for everyone who kind of got laid off. Except my sister. She started a job, literally was in training, and then like her job filed unemployment for her for like a year. It's like, you wouldn't have even been at that still, right? No, they keep paying me. Right? She lucked out with that. I don't think that was most people's situation. You got a shiny Slandit. Congrats, gamers. That's awesome, man. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Simple explanation without going deep into Pokefarm mechanics. Boxes are how you gain most of your funds on Pokefarm. Okay. Yeah, so like for me, like really what ended up as being the biggest thing was like, so I got like a Thunderbolt dock for my laptop because our laptop used Thunderbolt at work and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I have like this massive setup here of all these screens and stuff. Plug my laptop in, hit a button, swap my keyboard over to going to the laptop. Swap the monitors over to going to the laptop, like in the middle of the day and stuff, and then like. At the end of the day, work's finished. Lock computer. And then just like switch over the keyboard and mouse back to the PC. Switch the monitors back over. That lasted a week. That was the worst thing for my mental health. Because it turned like, it'd basically be like my commute was like hitting a button, and that was awful. That was terrible. That was genuinely one of like the worst feelings. Did the original not show up? I don't think, read the explanation for the original one. I don't think the original showed up. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. Like, genuine messages are missing. Many double mercs and no shine. Rip. Hopefully it shines soon for you. I was gonna smack you too, but you were saying the box market is thriving on Pokefarm right now. Okay. I don't know. I like that's the thing, right? Like, I know there are a lot of people who are like, "Hey, YouTube, give creators more control over what they can block." And it's like, yeah, give us that, and then also give us more control over what we like keep YouTube from blocking. Like, I don't know, because I feel like at the very least, I would like them to tell me they blocked a message. Like, if they want a message to never show up in chat, at least like tell me, hey, a message was blocked. If they want, on top of that, like honestly, I think the best system then, even if like they really just genuinely don't want a message showing up, is like, do the same thing they do with messages that they're like, hey, I don't know if you want to block it. So you want to block it, and like I get to, most of the time I get to, like a lot of the times I'll get a message and it'll be like for example, when you posted all the Palisand emotes, like they all showed up grayed out in chat for me with a button of show or hide, and if I hide it, none of you guys ever know it showed up. If I hit show, it shows up for you guys. It just becomes the newest message in chat at that point. If YouTube really didn't want certain messages in chat, like they thought like maybe it's because they think it's like harassing me in a way that like is like they don't want to make me feel bad or something. I don't know, whatever stupid reason. Give me an option, like at least tell me in chat, hey, the message is blocked. Do you want to look at it? Like, not do you want to share it in chat, because maybe it's to combat streamers who are totally fine with the harassment and encourage it or something. I don't know, but it's like, at least let me see it. Let me see it and let me give feedback of like, I think you should review this. Like, I don't think this should have been blocked or something, right? Like, I feel like there should be more creator input in that. Because you're on a break now. Once again, ask you to play Poke Farm. That your starter is more than ready to hatch by now. I'll have to try it out again, Cinder. Yeah. They don't want to have another adpocalypse situation where a chat is out of control. Then tell the advertisers, tough luck if you want to put it in front of the eyes on this platform, except that it's the internet and it's not squeaky clean. I've talked about this before, how like with the dislike button when that got kind of addressed, like I don't think it's healthy for the internet and like the main sites on the internet to just like act like the toxicity isn't there, because all you're doing is covering it up and letting it fester in different ways. And I kind of genuinely think like that becomes a problem, and it's almost kind of starting to show itself on the internet more. Like I feel like it's in the sense of like, the more that certain platforms lock down on stuff, the more that the people that like do those things congregate in one or two little places that aren't seen yet. Like, you're kind of like the little like dark shadowy corners of the internet, right? And like they build like this toxic echo chamber in a way, I feel. I don't know. Like, that's a whole different thing, right? Where it's like, I feel like you always see this argument of like, oh, like, you know, especially with game chats, I feel like people are like, oh, you would have never been able to handle like an old Modern Warfare lobby. It's like, I don't think a Modern Warfare 2 lobby said some of the crap that people are like, I don't want to see this. You know, I don't think they were that bad, right? Because I feel like it wasn't like the only place to vent, you know. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad take. Maybe you guys don't agree with that, but I don't know. I've talked about it before, and I feel like just a lot of the negativity and stuff, it's like, it's there. It's going to happen. And I think it's just big companies don't, I still think to an extent it's big companies don't like the fact that the TV talks back to them now. I think that's a lot of it. And I also think the whole idea of like, I don't want my ad shown next to this thing is like, no one associated the two. Everyone with more than like 2 brain cells understands the fact that like the ad that plays before a video that is like an actual ad or plays as a mid-roll ad or something isn't the problem. Like, it isn't linked, you know? Right? It's the la 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 girl. Spam mostly seen as a crime nowadays. I guess so, yeah. A lot of kids that had relations with their mom's sister in Modern Warfare 2 days. Right? Like, that's the thing, right? Where people always say, like, oh, you could have never handled lobby. It's like, I don't think anyone would actually have a problem with that being, those same kind of, like, trash talk being said. It's escalated. It has escalated since then. I fully blame the YouTube dislike button being gone. No, but I think in general there is, to an extent, like, the fact that, like, literally every platform is like, you can't do that now. It's like a voice chat that can't be immediately banned and has to take some time to get banned is the place it's going to come out, and it's going to come out horrifically now. Again, maybe it's a bad take, but I don't know. I feel like Adpocalypse has always been stupid. I mean, what? There's the one guy who tried to start the second one. He's like, look at how horrible this is. Advertisers should do something. And Twitter was all like, yeah, they should do something. And literally every YouTuber is like, do not make me like lose my job again. Like, I don't think you realize how horrible of an idea this is. I don't know. I don't know. I think like the whole idea of like advertisers like brand friendly content and stuff. It's like, it's the internet. It like, if, you know, like Chips Ahoy or something is like, oh, well, we don't want to advertise on this, like, you know, streamer who, you know, uses non-family friendly language. It's like, the people watching the content aren't going to be upset that your ad's next to that. Right? Like, it doesn't matter. oh, this is content's not brand safe. It's like your brand's not associated with the content unless you sponsor them. I don't get that as like a whole thing, that like they're like, oh, I don't want to advertise on this because blank. It's like, because they act like this. Like, no one thinks you support them if your ad's just in a random like anonymous ad buy. Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. See, I just turned voice chat off entirely. I couldn't handle it. No, I don't know. I was always awkward, and like even now I don't like phone calls, so I definitely didn't want my video games full of a basically always on mic. Maybe that rant was a bit more than usual, or a bit more ranty than usual. Maybe give the commentator a chance to edit the message. I don't know. I can kind of see if they are afraid of the messages, going back to the comment thing and seeing your message before. Going back to that, if I feel like in that circumstance, right? Like, I understand, like, if they do genuinely not want something on the site, don't tell the person who did it why it got removed, because while on the surface that does definitely seem like the smart move, right? To be like, hey, because of this your message got removed, or because of this your video got deleted, or your comment got deleted, or whatever. There is a valid reason to be like, we don't want people knowing how to game the system, right? Like it'd be like police saying, you know, the speed limit's this, but like you only got pulled over because you were speeding at this spot. We're always waiting here. The rest of the road's normal. That removes the speed limit everywhere but that spot, you know? Like, I get why they do it the way they do it in those circumstances. I think Elsa Gate is like the biggest one of that, right? Like, where it's like, we can't tell you what exactly like deems a video, you know, inappropriate, or like relegates it to the kids platform or something, because we don't want people gaming it, right? If it's Hot Wheels commercials, still get those. They're sick. We don't want kid ads on mature content, and that's the thing, right? Like, the platform's already good enough about that, right? Like, the platform's already decent, unless like you have all the ad tracking turned off. And again, like, the only negative sentiment you get on ads on the platform is that they're there at all, right? And that's inevitable. That is accepted. It's not that your ad is next to a video from a less than brand friendly creator, you know. As an example, I would say someone like iDubbbz. I'm trying to think of someone iconic that like is clearly known to be very not brand safe. Like someone like iDubbbz, right? Like, you run an ad on his video, the people who are watching iDubbbz already aren't offended by the content usually. And like, they aren't offended by the content. And to them, like, they're not associating your product with him. The only annoyance they will have is that the ad is there. Again, that's the valid thing. Someone who doesn't like iDubbbz and is offended by like a comment he said is gonna go into the video, and again, if they get an ad for like Chips Ahoy or Coca-Cola, they're not going to associate the brand with the person they don't like. That's not what they're doing. You can trade a Series S for a Series X. I might do that now. I might sign an Xbox Series S because the scalper thing is just getting really annoying, and just trade it in for a Series X later on. You can't like directly trade for it. You'd still have to pay the rest of the price. I think what Juan's saying is like, it's easy to find a Series S right now. They're actually not that hard to find. The Series X can still be difficult to get. So can the PS5. So enjoy a Series S for now, and then when the Series X and PS5 become more available, just sell the Series S and use that money towards the next thing. Yeah, MT, what's going on, man? At GameStop, you can sell your console for a bit of money to use on anything in the store. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not like you trade them in. It's just like, it's not like you have like a reserved Series X because you have an S or something. It's just like, eventually, theoretically, they'll be possible to find, right? You'll be able to get it. Also, MT, you just missed the rant time of the week. Get a Series S at a retail, not a Series X. Yeah. I feel like the Series X for a brief moment might have been able to, but especially not now, not at the holidays. Replay the rant of the week. Basically just ranting about the biggest part of the rant was just about the fact that like the fact that multiple times today people's comments have just not shown up. They've just been like shadow deleted. And like YouTube should at least be transparent about the fact that they do that. Like tell me, hey, we deleted a comment. They don't even necessarily. I would love for them to tell me what the comment is, but even if they didn't do that, at least be like, you know, hey, we deleted a comment, so I can at least go, okay, you know, someone did say something. If I'm confused and there's no context for a message later, I know the context is deleted, right? Like, at least, you know, that kind of thing. Did I ever have a burb? No, I've never had a pet bird. I've only had pet dogs, pet fish, and pet hamsters and a pet cat. No birds, though. I'd love a bird, but I don't know if I'd be able to handle a bird. I feel like I wouldn't do it justice as an owner, you know. Never seen an X or either PS5 in retail except for the fake model ones in the store. Yeah, I've only seen the like display PS5s. Herbs are hard to care for. Yeah, that's where it's just like it'd be so cool, but like I don't know. I just know that like there's so much more to do with that. I'm not prepared to do. Had a pigeon for a few weeks as a pet. How'd you end up with a pigeon one? I'm guessing like found one that was like injured or something. So glad you could get your PS5 on launch day at retail. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I don't think anyone realized how hard it would be to get those systems back when the pre-orders came out for them. Like, the pre-orders happened for those, and I think everyone kind of went, all right. Like, I feel like there were a lot of people who might have gone like, ah, man, like, I couldn't quite reserve it. Like, frustrated that they'll have to wait a week to get one. They're probably here a year later, still unable to actually get their hands on one. Because I remember when I was getting when I was trying to lock down any Xbox, Series S, Series X, whatever I could try, when I was trying to lock one of those down, this time last year, that was a pain. The fact that it's still a pain now, kind of crazy. busted, like, oh man. Taught a bird at a pet store how to say hello, and had always said it. He'd always say it to you when he visited, but the pet store closed. Never saw it since. Oh no! Man, this could be a while. This could definitely be a while. So it's like an average, basically, of like an hour of doing this. Hopefully I have enough repels in my inventory. So I definitely haven't been keeping track of any of that kind of stuff. Been with the PlayStation family for over 5 years. Nice. I was always an Xbox person as a kid. The only PlayStation... I own 2 PlayStations. I have a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 4. Neither of them did I purchase directly on my own. I kind of just, like, inherited both. As far as like family members didn't use them or need them anymore, and I just kind of ended up with them because like I'm the one who likes video games, so like I got them that way. But as a kid, we had an original Xbox. I bought a 360 to play Halo 3, and then I didn't buy any of the ones after that. So I actually own as many Xboxes as I own PlayStations. Yeah, after that, I played Nintendo and PC. That's been my main kind of system. Mindless Rant of the Day t-shirt merch coming this holiday. Did start with the Xbox 360, but it just wasn't for you. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. They're similar, but they definitely do have a little bit different vibes. Bought an Xbox One over the PS4, and it was one of the worst decisions of life. PS4 is way better. Yeah. I mean, it's basically the story of Sony going from PS2 to PS3, but Microsoft doing it from Xbox 360 to One, right? Where they did so well the previous generation of consoles that they just like could just give up. They felt like they could just give up. They felt invincible. It's like no, that's not how that works, you know. Mainly now on Nintendo, PlayStation, and some PC. Yeah, most of my stuff's on PC, and like that's the thing, right? Like, I don't need an Xbox now. I have a PC, which handles like all of the Xbox stuff. At least anything I'd care about. It handles Forza. It handles Halo. I'm happy. Every rant topic ever spoken. It'll mostly be the same rants over and over again. Like Switch because you can take it anywhere and play Deltarune. There you go. Post office made the list 3 times. YouTube made it 10 times. What did I rant about the post office? Oh, I did rant about the post office. Yeah, I did do that. I'd also like to own all 3 company consoles again. I don't have a reason for it, you know? At this point especially, I don't have much reason to own any console, because I think I had mentioned before the only reason I can kind of considered owning something like a PS5 would have been like, hey, it's nice to have a Blu-ray player. I since then received just like a, hey, I don't use this anymore, PS4, and like that plays Blu-ray fine. You know, it's like, oh, well, I have no need for the PS5 now, because you know I've played so few games from that console. There are no exclusives for me to look forward to. Like, there's no exclusives that I feel like I'm missing out on. Since Windows is so connected to Microsoft, you can play Xbox content on PC. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can literally have PC versions of Game Pass. That sounds like I don't need an Xbox. Which I think is kind of what they've learned. And I think in general, it's a smart move from them, right? Because for those who are unaware, Sony and Microsoft sell their consoles at a loss. They lose money every time they sell a console. With the understanding that they will make that money back up in game purchases or in Game Pass or PlayStation, I believe, now having an equivalent in those subscription fees. That's it. That's all they've... almost said no. But yeah, that's what they've got, right? Like, that's what they're working with. And they make their money off that. So why not, at this point, gaming consoles are basically just gaming computers in a fancy box with a custom operating system on it. In the case of the Xbox, I don't really even think it is a custom operating system. I think, or a full operating system. I think it's just a custom Windows skin. You know, so like, legit, no reason that the games wouldn't work on PC. So just sell your profitable game subscription service to PC players. Have an instant install pace. No need to do much of anything aside from make sure your games work when running on like a 3090, right? Did I try using Windows 11? My computer is technically not, at least in its current settings, not able to upgrade. The TPU stuff, I think. Or not TPU. I'm thinking of, what's the TPM? TPM. I've been thinking about 3D printing stuff, and TPU is the type of like bendy filament. But yeah, I don't think like the BIOS level or motherboard level TPM is turned on my computer. I imagine it's there, but it's not enabled, so my computer, like, quote unquote, doesn't meet spec. So I haven't tried it out yet. I don't really intend to until it's like working, or I'm probably just gonna run Windows 10 until I can't anymore. Like until it runs out of service life, and hope that another Windows is out past that, because Windows 11 doesn't have a lot that looks super interesting to me. PC's running Windows 11 and running it just fine. Nice. Yeah, I imagine it would work. I just don't want to risk it with some things, right? Like, there are certain things I really don't want to risk not working until I can't risk them not working. Like, until I have to risk it, right? Stuff like capture cards that aren't really supported by any OS anymore because the creator of them, like, can't sell them anymore and stuff like that. That's a fun time. Yeah, so there are concerns I would have with that. I had concerns with Windows 10. I only started running Windows 10 on my computer when I built this new computer in 2020. At the very start of 2020, up until that point, I was running Windows 8.1. If Windows can get on the same level of customizability as Linux, you'll upgrade. At that point, run Linux. Here's the thing: the customization to that level is what makes Linux such a pain to use. So at that point, just use Linux. I guess the one thing is like the Proton layer not quite being there. But I have actually been tempted to just take like one of the SSDs I have laying around, which is weird and all. I won't say sad, but weird to be able to say that I just have like SSDs lying around. Excuse me. I want to format one of those as like an Ubuntu or like a Mint machine or something like that, or a Manjaro machine, something, and just try. Basically do like the Linus Tech Tips like Linux Daily Driver Challenge and see how it works for me. Just have to upgrade your CPU. Currently running a Ryzen 7 2700. Nice. I've got a 3900 in my computer right now, and a 2080 Super. So like it's not like peak performance, I would say, but it's pretty solid. The computer I built for Mel last year like edges out mine in terms of like gaming performance on very modern games, just with the improved RTX on 30 series. But yeah, like my computer runs well. The one problem is I had a RAM stick die. I went to get it RMA'd and then I moved. So I couldn't RMA it because the RMA process was going to take too long. It's like, I know I won't be in this, I won't be at the address I'm shipping it to you from, and like it'll seem sketchy. So I gotta try going through that again. But the problem with RMAing with a G skill is so far in the process, so like send us your stuff, and then we'll send you new stuff back. It's like no. It's like, but then I can't use my computer for like a month or something. It's like I can't do that. So if I were to go that route, I'd basically just have to go ahead and just double the memory capacity of my computer. I'm supposed to have 32 gigs. I have 16 right now because of the whole RMA thing. And then I'd end up with 64 because I'd buy another 32 gig kit to basically hold me over while I waited. Highest chain so far is 28. I don't know how I got lucky with those 242 chains. Both those just got incredibly lucky for me. Your GPU is a 2060 Super because you weren't able to get any of the current GPUs. Yeah, I built mine in January of 2020, kind of like the last point in time where people weren't speculating about the new GPUs. My GPU I had before that, or my computer I had before that, just completely died. It had already been on life support for a while. And like New Year's Day 2020, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to fix this thing some. So I bought like the one kit of DDR3 RAM I could find because it still ran DDR3. Tried plugging it in, continued to have stability problems. It just didn't work. It didn't want to work at all. And I kind of got it working, and then it would just crash and die when I tried playing any kind of games. So I just bit the bullet, and like that night ordered all brand new computer parts and built a new computer. But yeah, it's like I've seen occasional hiccups that I don't think are related to like the hardware being old. Just I feel like Zen 2 architecture, like Ryzen 3000 series, was still just on that fine line of like, is Ryzen really worth like putting all the like super good performance, like super good stability stuff into? Like, is there enough of an install base with Ryzen to like concern ourselves with it? And the answer is yes, but I've ended up with a few issues where I don't know if anyone else has had this problem before, but I'll have issues where it's like if I open a program, the program runs fine, but anything loading inside that program takes forever. For no apparent reason. Windows Vista is the best operating system. Windows Vista obviously like is horrid in people's minds because of experiences with it, but like it wasn't Windows's problem. They gave like device manufacturers ample warning of like, hey, we're gonna start treating drivers how like the standards are supposed to treat them, and then everyone went, yeah, whatever, and then everyone was surprised when it didn't work. Before your current PC, you were using an all-in-one HP PC and the memory drive had a massive failure and you couldn't even play Minecraft on low settings. Oh, dang. Yeah, like I built my first PC in 2015 before going to college. That had a 4790K in it, or 4970K. 4790K, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. 4790K, i7. It had 16 gigs of RAM, and it had a 970 in it, a GTX 970. It ran like a champ for years, and then it just slowly started having a few issues here, a few issues there. The 970 always had that issue of the 3.5 plus 1/2 gig frame buffer, like the VRAM issue, just like across the board in terms of their manufacturing process for it. So like, that was fun. That was fun with my monitors being more than a single frame buffer. Let's rant about the YouTube recommendations. I've kind of forced those into being good. I had a 2008 ThinkPad up until last year that had a battery life of 30 minutes when fully charged and would crash from overheating constantly. That thing was a trooper. Most of my trooper laptops are still holding together all right. They've all mostly been retired to a life of being various little network servers that don't do a whole lot. They sit in the closet on the charger all the time and only have to spin up occasionally. Surprised I haven't found the shiny yet. I mean, we haven't really been going too terribly long with this. We've probably been going like 30 minutes. this way, so it's not terribly surprising to me. We got really good luck with Corsola, and while it's not like at all directly related, I can't be upset. Found a video called Ralsei commits tax fraud. I mean, recommendations are based on your watching stuff, so I guess you want to watch videos about that person committing tax fraud. That's between you and the IRS. I won't get involved. Built a halfway decent PC 3 months before you graduated, then had to sell it because you don't have the desk space for a PC and your work Mac. Ah, rip, man. No, I had so many issues with fitting a computer on my desk. I literally from like day one. I built a mini ITX computer when I went to college because I was like I had a laptop that functioned. Basically, I got a laptop at the start of high school to use like my laptop in high school, and then it died my senior year of high school. So at that point, it was 2014, 2015. You kind of needed a laptop, especially for the stuff I was doing. It was kind of assumed that like students would have laptops for some of the stuff we were doing. And I used mine for like the programming stuff at our robotics team and all that. So like I kind of needed one. So it wasn't like, we'll deal with it when like you go to college, just writing a notebook for a while. Like I kind of needed one. So we got one then. And like, you know, so I had a note-taking laptop. I had a laptop that was fine for taking notes and, you know, doing all the normal class things. But being in the computer science major, I had to do a lot of coding assignments outside of class, and they had recommendations for computers. And I was like, I already have a cheap laptop, or not like cheap, but like, you know, I already have a fairly lightweight, like low-powered laptop for going to class, taking notes, and like doing that kind of stuff, right? So like, we built the computer from there and just built a tiny one that I could carry around if I needed to. How much is Game Pass on Xbox? I don't actually know. Scrubbed back and you got the chain 55 minutes ago. Oh, dang. I mean, well, in that case, from what I heard, people said A-Drive said it was an average of an hour. Yeah, we could take 2 hours. It's totally possible. I don't want to take 2 hours, but it could happen. I don't want to give up on this chain now that we've started it. For some reason, your friend is torn between buying a MacBook Air and an LG Gram for productivity, coding, homework. Keeps screaming him to get a MacBook Air, but he's still torn. I mean, if he really wants Windows, you know, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it depends. To me, it depends on what year MacBook Air. LG Grams are actually pretty solid machines. It depends on what you're doing code-wise, though. Like, there are some things you kind of almost need the Mac side of it for. You need the not being Windows side. But then the other things it doesn't really matter for, or it helps. It depends on what he's doing, and it definitely seems like he's going for form factor over functionality with that. I don't know if there's some kind of price range thing there as well, but like, because I mean, I know like the Gram isn't cheap. Pay $15 a month for premium. That's not horrible. Yeah, about an hour to get shinies. Yeah. So that about, it comes down to just being a statistic, right? Like, so, you know, maybe I'm taking a few more steps per recharge than I need to, or something like that. A 2020 MacBook Air, budget is $1,000. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 2020. So I don't think that's one of the M1 Macs, right? That's not an M1 Mac, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd almost say like the M1 would be worth it. If it's an M1 Mac, it'd almost be worth it just because the M1 chip's actually really solid. But I don't know. I don't know enough about his workload to know for sure. Oh, it is an M1? That might be worth it, yeah. Don't support EA, but that's not, to be having money, it kind of bites a bit. Monthly kind of bites a bit, yeah. $2020 has M1, okay. Honestly, yeah, that seems like the better call to me in that situation then, but I don't know, again, maybe something with the grams really calling out to him. People who ship charters and Deltarune kind of go too far. Yeah, a lot of times I feel like that can happen, right? In any kind of like thing. People get too obsessed with like their headcanon and stuff. Unless Apple makes an M2 chip in next year's model. I mean, they put an M1 Max, right? They have the M1 Max now. The M1 Max chip, M-A-X, inside the M1 Max, M-A-C-S. Horrible naming, but it is what it is. I mean, yeah, the M1 chip's solid. It's really solid, and in terms of coding stuff, like, the biggest problem you're going to run into with an M1 Mac coding-wise is if you're trying to run any pre-compiled code from someone else, and you've run into that situation where, like, it doesn't work well in Rosetta, with Rosetta or something. Someone as horrible as Xbox names? God, yeah. Yeah, the Xbox... Yeah, what is this generation of Xboxes? The Xbox Series? Yo, not a lot what's going on. Where am I hunting Smeargle? We are hunting it on Route 212, just below the Pokemon Mansion and Trophy Garden and all that stuff. And welcome to the stream, Notlaw. Hope you're doing well today. Looking for a laptop to do GIS stuff. Really just needs 8 gigs of RAM and learn Python. What should you be looking for on the coding side? Good amounts of RAM. Good CPU. That's what you're going to care most about when coding. And even then, yeah, RAM, not necessarily the biggest thing, but depending on what you're coding, RAM can help a lot. GPU is probably not going to be a big deal for you unless... If you're getting into Python or something, like, GPU is probably not going to be a big deal for you, right? Like... Yeah, if you're asking a streamer questions about coding, I don't think the GPU is going to matter too much to you. Just because, like, I feel like I don't even know when you really need to, like, start looking into a GPU kind of thing. But yeah, really, it's going to come down to CPU and memory are going to be the two things you really kind of want more of for that. Yeah, biggest thing for you is probably CPU. Just making sure it's not the bottom of the barrel CPU. Microsoft and Mac don't have the best naming schemes. Yeah. Nothing does as of recently. Do you find use in multi-threading when I code or no? Sometimes. Most of the stuff... So, I will say, as someone who is no longer in college, I don't code, like, big projects for fun anymore. I get paid to write most of the code I write, so I kind of just do that then and spend the rest of my day not thinking about code. But if I do write code now, it's usually like little hacky script kind of things, like bash scripts and stuff. I ran way farther than I needed to there. Like, you know, coding up stuff like when I hit this button, do this. Or one of the things I've been doing is all the racing times for the track I go to are posted online. So... And, like, I figured out kind of, like, they're posted online so you can view your own times and stuff. But it's all public. Like, it's all publicly accessible. You don't have to, like, log in to see it. So I just kind of, like, go in there and, like, grab all of it. I've been going in there and grabbing all of it. And stuff like that, you know, can multi-thread. But that's a little bit different, right? Like, that's not, like, graphical processing in certain ways. That's, like... I'm trying to grab... It's like I have 16 cores that I could easily throw at something, or 16 threads to easily throw at something. Just grab 16 at once kind of thing. Like, that's the difference I'm talking about. Ever coded Rubber Ducky? It's really fun. I've wanted to, but I've always gone, that's cool. I don't want to buy one, but that's cool. Yeah, that kind of thing's interesting to me. I heard that comment about people going too far with ships, and as someone who has spent a lot of time in fandom spaces, honestly, yeah. Yeah. This one was very specific headcanons and characterizations for minor characters. Notorious among your friends groups for finding ways to ship two characters that have never met. There are people who have weird headcanons and weird ships. Oh, how many do we need? Yeah, just unhealthy stuff, yeah. Yeah, like that's the kind of thing, right? Where it gets weird, where it's like, that's wrong in ways, you know? Yeah. yeah, like I don't think there's any problem with that kind of thing, right? Like I feel like the only times I really have issues is when it's like clearly like it's like a weird one in a more moral sense than in terms of like I don't think those two characters will get along or something, right? Like when it's like you say, like the age gap kind of thing. Like that's where I care more in general. But yeah, the other time for me is when like the headcanon, like when like the ships and stuff completely disregard, like more so when it's forced upon, right? Like when it's like disregard either other people's thoughts or like the canonical thoughts and people who follow that, right? Like that's when I care the most. Mostly like with most things for me, it's like if it's not bothering other people, I don't care. But that's the thing where when you start to bother me, like I've definitely had, or just seen communities in general where like a lot of people are very outspoken about their favorite ship, and it's like that doesn't make sense, and like the canon is not that. So like, you know, to me it's like sometimes it's like that can get annoying, but that's more annoying than something I have. Like my problem with that is annoyance, not like issues with the people doing it, right? But yeah, like the one you mentioned there, like just like a weird, not right, like age gap. So that's the bigger problems. Kind of mess up with building your PC. How so, Z4? You're a script kiddie, so you're cool. Heck yeah. One of your favorite Ace Attorney ships is one that you pretty much came up with for the basis for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I have no issue with that. But yeah, like, just in general, it's like sometimes people can go a little too far with it. Ship Hulk and Thanos. How do people do this for fun? Juan's ships are serious business. Don't make mindless matter. It'll turn into a green giant. I won't deny it. Come on, Smeargle. I want to find you. My biggest concern now is my biggest concern now is running out of repels. Also between two characters that literally live in different countries in canon who never meet, but who cares? It's fun. Yeah, no, like I said, I have like I said, yeah, no problem with it. Yeah, people have fun with it. But especially again, like, you know, it's kind of that thing where it's like you're like, yeah, this is just a fun thing to do. It's not like this is, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times what ends up happening from my experience with people, younger and newer people, to just like the concept of fandoms, right? Like, so it's way more common, I imagine, to happen in the fandoms that are likely to attract the younger audience that's like finding the idea of a fandom and headcanon for the first time. And I feel like they get a little bit too into it and don't necessarily understand when other people are just kind of like nodding along to be like, okay, go, stop, or just in general, generally, you know, they're still developing the social skills and the understandings of the social cues, and they're just excited. So like at the end of the day, I don't think 99% of the time there is no harm whatsoever in it, and the other time it's like you say again, just those weird, creepy ships. Let me know when you're low. You have over 400 repels. That's a lot of repels. As you run out of repel, you can charge the radar on the path. No. Yeah, the biggest problem then would just be accidentally encountering something and ruining the chain, right? Like getting to the path. I don't think you can reset the radar on the path. You have to come into the grass to reset or to like actually run the radar, I think. I don't think you can be standing on the path. I think it's okay if you make sure it won't shit if someone doesn't want to see it stuff. Yeah. Thinking about your entire experience in the Ace Attorney Amina 5 years ago and how people kept getting mad at you for your harmless headcanons and ships because they're obscure and unlikely to actually canon. Some people taking it seriously. No, you can't have this headcanon. It's not possible. That's why it's a headcanon, though. Amino was a mistake. I feel like Amino is like the breeding ground for the kind of person I was just talking about. But I mean, yeah, it's like that's how people get into it. Remember me know the weird Facebook thing? Oh, come on. How many times have I ended up with one step? Amino acids. The real cringe. If those didn't exist, there'd be no cringe in the world. I feel like that's technically the truth. Ended up stripping a screw on the upper right side of the motherboard, so if you do a motherboard upgrade in the future, it's going to be a pain to remove carefully. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I stripped out one of the screws that held my case in, or held like one of the panel on my case, on my old case. That was always a fun one to take out. You know, Ari, what's going on? How many shinies have I caught so far in BDSP? 6. I've been spending most of my shiny hunting time on Piplup, which has just been a pain in the butt, and the rest of my time has been spent completing the decks. So we found 3 Shinx, so I got 1 of each of the evolutions, 2 Bidoofs, so again, 1 of each of the evolutions, and then this Corsola. I could have a lot more if I spent more time POKERADARing, but I just haven't done a lot of it yet. Planning to change that soon, though, because I find this a lot more fun than soft resetting for Piplup. I'm going to finish Piplup, but probably not as the only thing I stream. What was the worst mistake you made when building a PC? Waving over a comment made in a Linus Tech Tips video where they built in that case, where they said, oh, we just had to modify this slightly. They had to do a lot of modifications to something I was not comfortable modifying, and I almost completely ruined the computer. As far as other mistakes, there's not a whole lot that can go terribly wrong. Obviously be careful with it, but like, if you use a site like PC Part Picker or something like that, it'll check all compatibilities for you, and then watch some build guides of various computers just to see the order they do things in and everything. Okay, that's a fun one to have in chat here. I mean, it was an entire mistake and a half. Alright, let's watch how long it takes for YouTube to hide all that. I mean, it was an entire mistake and a half. I mean, it was also like notoriously bad at protecting minors. Oh yeah. Am I drift looting on Friday? Didn't see you on last week. What happened last Friday? Oh, yeah, so last Friday, I planned on streaming for Drifloon. However, what happened was I got invited to hang out with some old neighbors, and I figured I would take advantage of that and say hi to them and stuff and catch up. It had been a few years. So my initial plan was stream later and like just stop by and say hello, and then I ended up hanging out there for a while. Realized I wasn't going to make stream time and just moved the stream. Yeah, so Drifloon will be continuing. That's still happening. Yeah, it just didn't happen this week. I don't know if it'll happen this week either. I'll be honest. That'll be Christmas Eve, so I'll probably be spending time with family. But I don't know what the exact plans are for that. Oh yes, racist Twitch frog, and YouTube just let that pass by. Yeah, I mean, I'm just surprised the name was allowed through more than anything. Yet we can't spam the crab emote. My biggest mistake was thinking the Virtus PC build was correct. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, don't watch that video. Crisis Eve. Mood. News this week, just not Friday, Saturday. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, it depends. I might stream a little bit of it. I don't know. It depends on what like my family's plans are for Christmas Eve. So today's the 21st. My grandmother gets into town tomorrow, and I'll say hello to her then. And then, you know, double a Pokemon. Thank you for the sub. Name my channel Amino Central? No. I don't want to do that. The video really put his two ram sticks next to each other instead of separating them out. So he actually ended up on he did a redemption build. He went on Linus Tech Tips and did a redemption build. Because the thing, like putting the ram sticks in the slot next to each other is a fairly common, like, beginner mistake, you know, because you wouldn't think it would matter, right? So, like, that one I feel like is very forgivable. For you to subscribe, I've been watching for a while. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you have tweezers and a multi-tool. All you need. Yeah, I mean, yeah, computers, PCs are generally pretty easy to put together. Follow a build guide that's, like, legit, not the versions. But yeah, no, that dude came on, like, to Linus Tech Tips and was like, yeah, I mean, I kind of knew what I was doing, but the real issue was, like, production was rushing me to finish it, like, very quickly. For some reason you weren't subscribed. Oh, what? JT, how does that happen? Granted, we have had that before. I think like Mizukage a few weeks ago had been in every stream for like a week and a half. I was like, oh, I haven't subbed. Christmas around the corner, heck yeah. But I say that like I've also talked before about the fact that like there are some channels I don't subscribe to just because I've like trained YouTube to let me know when they're doing something. Yeah, but Christmas is right around the corner. Anyone got like exciting plans for it? Just chilling out, seeing family? What you guys got going on? Yeah, cause I'm seeing family most of like over the next few days. I'll see family and then hopefully see friends sometime in all of that. Cause I think a lot of them are kind of in town right now. For the past few years, I haven't subbed. Somehow a member though. Christmas party at Mindless's house. Man, I'm just trying to get it presentable to like show my grandmother what my house looks like and not have her judge me too hard. I don't think it's party ready yet. Oh, come on. Yeah, honestly, that's like half of why I'm doing stuff is like I feel like sometimes I kind of get judged for how much technology I use by some people in my family, and it's like, I need to at least make the technology look, like, presentable. If I have, like, 6 screens readily just, like, showing in this room, maybe I should, make them look nice and tidy. Mainly hunting, but gonna watch in Encanto on Disney Plus with Younger Sister. That'll be fun. A streaming party, of course, Just trying to protect me. Yep. Nah, she's great. I haven't seen her in a while because of, like, the pandemic and everything. She didn't come up last year. So it's been a while since I've seen her. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. I haven't seen it. Is your grandma say things like, Ian, don't slouch? No, it's just more passive-aggressively being like, oh, you're looking at like 3 things now when I had like my phone on my lap and my 3DS in my hand, so it was 3 screens, so it was 3 things. It's like, oh boy. One of Disney's best works, really. TV's a 70-inch 4K and you have speakers, you can connect your PC to have a home theater experience. Nice. I want to get a really big TV for my living room. This is a 50-inch right here, and I have a 43 in my living room. The only reason they're not swapped is because that's one's 1080 and the one in the living room's 4K. It's kind of like, I kind of want to get like a 70-75 inch for out there, but those are expensive. So I haven't done it because I don't need it that bad. Bring grandma on stream, please. Oh gosh. Found out your family is doing a gathering for Christmas. First one in like 2 years. Ready to answer the question about your terrible job. Your physics exam is on the 23rd. Bro, why do you have stuff that close? When I was in school, we would have been out by now. Like, we might have gone like yesterday and today. Like, today would have been like the last possible time to have an exam. Put LED lights in your room, and now you were blind. That's why you gotta, like, make them bounce off the walls, man. That's what I got going on with mine here. Got a TV on Black Friday 2 years ago for around $200. Nice! Your pediatrics exam on Thursday. Best of luck with that, Alfonso. Well, that goes well. I haven't seen 80% of your family in like 16 years. Some you've never met in person. Dang. Yeah, I mean, I usually see my, I usually see like most of like the people within like relatively close, right? Like, obviously, like I see like aunts, uncles, and cousins pretty regularly from both sides, I would say. Obviously a little less so in the past 2 years. And then like, yeah, some like extended like parents, cousins kind of things, like every few years. Been streaming for 2 hours. We've been streaming for 3 hours, actually. We've been going for Smeargle for 2 hours. Oh, that was risky because I didn't actually know if that was the grass patch or not. Taking a break from hunting to eat leftover spaghetti. Nice. Gosh. I want to find this shiny, guys. I haven't visited relatives for Christmas to celebrate since you were 13, so you spent it all alone doing nothing. Ah, man. Yeah, usually my Christmas kind of consists of like going around to various parts of family, like immediate family in the morning, then like go see more people on my dad's side in the afternoon, and my mom's side in the evening. Past few years has been really wacky as far as that goes, in terms of just like either very short stop bys or not much at all. Yo, TZ Blob, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yo, we getting raided. Poker Trainer Zen, Victor, Barra, welcome to the stream, guys. How are you guys doing today? Roost, 10-year TV, thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream today? Raid hype in chat, guys. Hype, hype, hype. Yes, what's up? Not much, just trying to find this shiny Smeargle. Got to a chain of 17, trying out, because I've heard so many people talking about POKERADAR, especially when you're only going for one shiny, it being more effective to just go to 17 than it is to go to 40, so I'm trying that out. We got to 17 like an hour 15 minutes ago. We're still looking for the shiny. Raid hype, Diamond Deluxe, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you all for tuning in. Happy to have you guys here. Yeah, how was your stream today, man? You're vibing on the Minecraft realm today. Nice. How's that going? It's going well. We found a shiny Corsola, full odds. Like it was a part of a chain, but it was just like regular full odds there. Poker Trainer Zen, thank you for the sub. But yeah, we found Corsola full odds. It wasn't a sparkling patch of grass. It was just regular shaking. 3 a.m. right now. Dang. Mistake, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Raid indeed. And raid height, absolutely. Yeah, so today's been a successful stream no matter what happens. Would you like for it to be extra successful? Get the 2 shinies. On your 21st birthday, you ordered Red Lobster from a food delivery app for you and the family, and it never arrived, and they didn't want to refund it, so you had to call the bank. Yeah, I don't. This is why I don't use any of those. The only food delivery I do is like pizza places. They've been doing it right for years. And Victor, welcome to the stream raid. Heck yeah. So let me grab. Let's make sure this isn't shiny here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab today's link real quick. Anyone from my stream can go check him out. Where we go? There we go. Alright, guys. Everyone from my channel, go check out TB. There's their link. They didn't have to rate us, but they did. Go show them some love back. Give them a sub, give them a like on all their stuff. Yeah, 3 days until Christmas. Yeah, getting close. I'm excited. I'm off of work for vacation now. Today was my last day until the new year, so I'm happy. More time for shiny hunting. Have a stream boss? We do. It's just I haven't taken the time to properly adjust like the hit values from stuff. You know, Evan YT, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Just finished a drawing for the Melanistic version of one of Poke Farm's Fakemon. Oh, cool. Send that in Discord. Super proud of it. Awesome. Can't wait to see it. Spirit Fair? I have not. What is that about? That was so uncomfortable last week, but you have your mattress cover back, so it's all soft again. Nice! That's good. Nothing worse than, like, an uncomfortable mattress, right? Because, you know... Because, like, yeah, like, that's the thing you sleep on, right? Like, it determines if you get that good sleep or not, and, like, that can determine your whole day right there. Let's rant about making books. Man, I wish I was, like, creative enough and willing to, like, write stuff enough to, like, have experiences trying to write something, like, write a book or something. I don't know, I talked about this before. It's like, it's not that, like I totally get, like, with a lot of that stuff, it's all about practice and just time, but is anyone else, like, I know this isn't, like, good, but I'm definitely, like, too much of a perfectionist to get good at something like that. You gotta go. Alright, well, Evan, thank you for stopping by as part of the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Mistake with the blank message. Making dinner? Nice! What you having, man? What you making? Never gonna give you up. I'm never giving up. We're finding this shiny. I should probably get some sleep. I gotta be lurking while sleeping. Good night. Alright, see you later, Poke Trainer Zen. Thank you for stopping by. Get some good sleep. Enjoy the mattress cover. Oh, that soft mattress cover, man. Have a good rest of your night, dude. Not gonna lie, really proud of that drawing. I think people should commission you. There you go. Get some money out of it. Didn't hear. Ah. Probably get back in like 5 minutes. He'll be back. All right. I feel that. Not a girl named Stella. Assumed she and your cat Daffodil are dead, but they both help lost spirits find peace and rest on a boat, like a small cruise ship. Sort of a reaper. Interesting. "38 days till Legends Arceus, and you most likely won't be able to finish the BDSP game with a full shiny team. Only have like 1 as 6 for the team." Man, I feel like it's crazy. I know for you it hasn't been the shiny starter Z4. I know you've had issues just with other hunts, but it's crazy. There's like tons of people out there who are like trying to do the shiny badge quest, just a general shiny playthrough, who are just in a situation where it's like, well, the new games might be out before I even get to start this one. Hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and yeah, hopefully we can find ourselves a shiny Smeargle here soon. Get this shiny patch of grass. Come on, come on. Already back? Welcome back, Sen. Really want to know why they show The Amazing World of Gumball, a kid's show, at 3 a.m.? To fill time slots. If nothing else is going to be on, why not put on something like Gumball, I guess? Something that it's cheap for them to show, right? Because usually like they have to kind of pay, like Cartoon Network has to like pay like the creators of the shows. So they show their own show, they're good. It's the apartment era again? What do you mean by that? We need a light goal? I don't know. I didn't set one today. We kind of passed what I would have put. I would have put like 15, and we're almost at 20, which is awesome. If shinies are in Legends Arceus, you want to hunt your starter for it. It'll be interesting to see how that one goes. Being Game Freak again, it'll be interesting to see what Game Freak does shiny-wise. Gonna watch the new Tarman video, then come back. Alright, see you in a bit, Zen. See you in 15 minutes. Alright. Unless we find a shiny in 15 minutes, because we're over the usual stream length at this point, but I don't want to give up until we found this thing. Now that we have our chain built up, I don't want to drop it. Oh, come on. Again, one step. I keep getting the one step. I almost ruined it that time, guys. I almost ran up, which would have been right into that. He freaked out. Acid River Tunnel? Interesting. Didn't know that was in a game in that game. Weird, I don't know anything that's in that game, so all of it's a surprise to me. You're begging me to put your headphones in, alright. Yeah, so far, guys, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm agreeing with this 17 thing. Maybe I've just been unlucky, but I feel like we could have had many broken chains at this point and gotten to 40. Try increasing the chain. At this point, I don't want to. I would die a little bit if the chain broke because I got impatient. At this point, patience is going to be key. I think patience is going to be what wins it for us. Because if we keep doing this, while it might take a while, the only way for our chain to break is for us to run out of like the 80 repels that I had. Granted, we could do that. I don't know how many I have left. And I'm not sure if opening up my bag breaks the chain like it would have in previous games. At least I think it would have in previous games. Tribe will not sleep until we get the shiny. Let's see. So cool that Nintendo can make huge chains fit in teeny tiny Switch cartridges smaller than a DS cartridge in 2021. Technology's crazy, yeah. 64 gigabyte like cartridges like that. Granted, a lot of games nowadays just kind of like slap on a basically like a code onto the cartridge and then just download most of the game anyways. But yeah, it's crazy. Like micro SD cards are crazy. Next radar is shiny. Let's see. No, that was it. Oh no, guys, we might lose this. That was the last repel. Opening the bag does break the chain. Good to know.
Running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by.
Can donate 200 if you want them. I mean, how would that work, Juan? How would that work? Wait, what happened? You looked away. We ran out of repels, Yoki, which means I can't run around in the grass anymore. We can do this until the chain breaks. Oh, it doesn't? Okay. kind of what I figured. I really just need to run extra. Yeah, this is gonna suck. I'm really hoping for that shiny sparkle patch right on the edge. Stocking them with repels, they're easy to max out the, yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect to need to use that many. I didn't realize exactly how many I was gonna run through. So that one's kind of on me. Not kind of, it's fully on me. I stocked up like for the normal for Corsola and then didn't restock after deciding we were doing the 17 thing. Oh, that was almost devastating. Yeah, so at this point we're going until we probably encounter a wild random Pokemon that breaks our chain. Gosh. The Max Repels still have less steps for POKERADAR than Super Repel? I'm not sure. I bought Max Repels, but it'd be nice to know that. I wouldn't be surprised. This is a one Smeargle knockout, loses Repel, yeah. I'm in shambles, guys. Am I really a shiny hunter? Why do you exist? I don't know, man. Why do we all exist? Great mystery of life, right? We've entered the existential part of stream. This isn't gonna work for long. There's no way this lasts very long. Max Repels are 250 steps, and Super is 200, but it's better to buy Super Repels because it saves more money over time. Yeah, okay. So it does still work that way. Why do we exist? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, the world is wacky like that. Please. Please. Just give me the shiny. If I bust a chain. If I bust like an hour worth of resets, man. We exist to catch shiny Pokemans. That's a good answer right there. Now it's a countdown, basically, man. Like, we never know when it's gonna end, though. Because that's what sucks, is like, I have to take a step into the grass every single time I want to try this. Come on. I'm so focused on this. Like, there's nothing for me to do at this point, right? Like, if it ends, it ends. So King Milk has been 8 years. He raised the dairy. He's raising the dairy cow from a baby. This live stream is going to teach you to be better prepared to knock out Smeargle. No paralysis. And outer repels, man. Learn, Ian, learn. Juan, we've talked about this. I don't learn. I just make the same mistakes over and over again to get engagement in chat. Nah, I was dumb this time. Hey, welcome back, Zen. Things have fallen apart since you left. Just as a heads up, I ran out of repels. So POKERADARing is a lot more difficult now. Think, Ian, think. No, I don't want to think. Why would I think? Darman video was good. Nice. At this point, you could just YOLO a full odds patch and get a shiny, another shiny. I could. I don't think that's worth the risk. Will scold me for the mess ups and for the algorithm. Oh man, this is brutal. Because the thing is, either we're going to get an encounter and it's going to kill our chain, or we're going to get the shiny patch. It's going to be in the 4th ring with no way for me to get closer to it by leaving the grass. Like, we're going to get a step away from this shiny patch and it's going to do something. Maybe getting a gift card for your PlayStation on Christmas and get my FNAF security breach. Oh, have fun with that. Is that out? I don't follow FNAF too much. I know the game has been in development. That's what really all I've known about it. Security breach is out. Oh, cool. Hope it's fun for those of you who enjoy FNAF games. If you get a shiny patch, you still need to make it to the darn thing. Exactly, Juan. Exactly. That's what's scary, right? Like, this could go horrifically. It could be phenomenal. We could get a shiny patch that's like on the edge of the grass, which means I can just like leave the grass, walk over to it, and walk in. Or we could get a patch that's like straight up, like in the middle of the grass here. FNAF security breach is pretty nerve-wracking at some points. Sure you'll have not done with it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that mistake. It's an unfortunate thing to come down with. Does any of the cleanse tag to reduce random encounters? I probably do, but yeah, if I open the bag, it's going to be over. But welcome, Nath. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the chaos that is me being completely unprepared for POKERADAR. Ah, my mood exactly. Have fun. I'm worried that I've somehow, like, just been building up for an encounter. Girlfriend's gonna be at a point at this point to make a simple mistake. She won't wait for days after this. I know! With how good she is at POKERADAR, like, she'll be embarrassed to even know me. Given what I have done here today. When I can't get shiny Pokemons, right? It's 3:25 a.m. and you're having a coughing fit. You're scared your parents are gonna come in and see with your phone and AirPods so you get grounded. Oh no! Yeah, don't get grounded, man. Chin does not break when opening the bag? It doesn't. I was informed that it does. Hey, Mitchie, what's going on, Epic? Epic fails. Hide better? What do you mean by hide better? You remember to hide your phone? Oh, okay. It didn't end well. Oof. Honestly, at this point, we're just kind of... I feel like there's some thrill in how we're doing this. Oh. This is brutal, though. This is brutal. I'll say it again. I'm not a fan of this 17 chain thing. Corsola is looking at you thinking, why is this guy running back and forth over and over? And he's like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is Betty unplugged? You had to charge your phone? Gosh. Okay, guys, so how do we go about this? How do we go about this, guys? Pray. Oh, I almost missed it. I can't believe I ran past that guy. I was trying to mess that up. Like, ran around it. I know, right? What are you doing? Look, I had to make this spicy. I'm also not going to forget false swipe. Everything about this has been a train wreck. YOLO. Yes, we've used false swipe. The train wreck was not continuing unless this thing just decides not to catch for 30 Pokeballs. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh gosh, that was stressful as anything could be. Yes! Yes, guys, yes! Hype, yeah! And our chain kept going too, not that that matters to me, but... Let's... Come on, Smeargle. Let's look at this beauty. Look at it! I'm gonna go ahead and save again. Two shinies, one stream, yes! One, super easy. The other, incredibly stressful. Yo, shiny hype, guys. Shiny freaking hype. Let's see. Alright, guys. We've been going for like half an hour longer than I intended, but we got the shiny. That's what matters. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to do a raid, go through with that hashtag mindless raid. I'll be back on streaming again tomorrow. Hope to see you guys then. So until next time, take care.